friends? Welcome back. Welcome back. Talk to Joe Holt with another Fireside chat for you today. It's something I do where I interview other D Live streamers so that you guys can get to know them on a more personal level, but also we talk about streaming, D Live, Lino, etc. So, without further ado, today's guest, Omega64. Welcome in, my friend.
Hello. Thank you
Hello.
for having me.
Yes, well, thank you for being here. Yeah, my boy's got some shades. That's right. That's right. Do you mind if I call you Omega?
Yeah, I don't mind. Most people go by Omega. Again, the people who I stream with, they normally just call me Omega. And the viewers who watch me on YouTube, they mostly go with Brother Shield, but Omega's fine.
Okay, so the first question I always ask streamers is about your streamer name. Your name is Omega 64. What does that mean to you? How did you come up with it?
Okay. Originally, back in the day when I was much younger, I used to play a video game or a DS game called Mega Man Star Force. It was based out of the Mega Man series, or at least the latest, the latest part of the series. There was this character called Omegasis, which I don't know why the name just resonated with me, and I always thought of like Alpha and Omega. So the character itself was Omegasis, and the 64 part was actually going to be related more to Nintendo 64, as in it was my favorite console at the time. Oh, Nintendo 64. So that's why I just combined the Omegasis and the Nintendo 64, and I just came up with the name Omegasis.
I dig it. I dig it. But you said we were chatting before the show started, and you said something about Brother Shield. Is that what does that mean
Yeah.
to you?
That one is slightly different and it's quite a long story, but I'll try and give a condensed version.
No,
So
no, 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 no. Give us the long version. I don't
okay,
know if you know what we're doing here, but this is this is story time, Omega.
okay, I just didn't want to
You
to
the
wait on your
longest
question.
no, let me tell you, the longest interview to date is 4 hours and 8 minutes with Fatheaded Noob.
Woo!
So you've got in as much time as you want.
Okay. So let me begin from the very beginning. So
Yes.
okay, so starting at the very beginning, I was in university. I think this is basically my story on how I basically became a content creator.
Mm,
When I was in university, I was studying interactive animation, which is basically 3D modeling,
mhm.
texturing, basically what you see in games nowadays. The character models, the environments. Basically, I was studying all of that in university. So towards the end, I think it was 2000, at least 2015, I started becoming a content creator.
Mm.
I had this insane dream of becoming the next PewDiePie.
Hey, that good. Do it.
I was like, okay, yeah. I realized later on, I was like, oh, no, there's no way in hell that's not gonna happen. So, so what happened was, okay, I was like, you know what? Okay, in my past, I used to do some video editing, although I never uploaded videos to to a platform like YouTube.
Mm.
So what I did then was, I started I won't say I started learning. I started doing video editing, and my first early videos was The Walking Dead Michonne. I was doing gameplay videos. So one thing I realized about YouTube was at least YouTube back in the day, you basically could just upload your videos and make money from it. And yeah, obviously, I wanted to play my gameplay videos just like every other YouTuber. I wanted to be one of those people. But the thing was, I also noticed that there were so many YouTube channels doing it. There were
Mm.
so many YouTube gaming channels, for the PS4, the Xbox One, the Xbox 360. So what I wanted to do was something slightly different. I wanted to try and like get myself out of the crowd, so to speak.
Mhm.
So what I did was I started doing walkthrough videos, but more focused on Android platforms. Mobile phones like iOS, Android. Back in the day, this was before Android and iOS was as big as it is now. But at least back then, there were some console quality games on the NVIDIA Shield tablets. I think it was called.
Mm.
Yeah, no, NVIDIA Shield tablet. Yeah. So what I wanted to do was basically make walkthrough videos, but more focused on Android games or at least mobile games, and that what officially was what my channel was about. So when I came up with my name, it started as Shield Bros, as in I was trying to basically come up with a YouTube tag name. So what I did was I went with Shield Bros in the very beginning, and then I later on changed it to Shield Gamer. But this was when I was trying to kind of bring up my identity, kind of brand myself, sort of like basically try and create a persona, so to speak, if I said that right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's what officially I was trying to do. It took a lot of trials and errors. I was trying to look for ways to make videos. And I learned quite a lot. I mean, during my early days, what I would normally do is that I would just use my game capture card and then use a splitter software and then just connect it to my Nvidia Shield. Luckily, that tablet actually had a HDMI port where I could just connect it and I could just play the game. So we can capture all the in-game audio, all the visuals, without having to worry about any recording, like manually recording, because I noticed that later on that people were asking me, how did I record it, how did I do this, how do I do that. Surprisingly, although it was simple for me, surprisingly not many people knew about it. So what I had to do was I did make a video on that later, but long story short, I just used the game capture. I was able to connect it and I was just starting to make videos. I used a variety of different softwares. I started with Avert Media. That was one of the softwares I began to use. There were a few issues with it because when you want to record a gameplay at 60 frames per second, but you get that 59, and the audio and the video don't quite match up. This became a problem a little later on, and this became a kind of like, this is not good, because I had to I didn't want to be cutting out the audio and sticking it together. It was a bit too tedious. I just wanted one long footage done. So that was the very beginning. So
like how long ago was that?
This was during around early 2015.
Okay.
Beginning 2016, and note later on in 2016, this is where YouTube started to go downhill. So while I was doing that, I was learning different softwares. I was learning different programming. No, sorry, no, not programming. Different softwares, how to use it. And one thing I've noticed is that I just want to render as less as possible. When you make a video, you want to render as little as possible, because I nearly destroyed my desktop, my laptop, my other laptop. So literally they all started to slow down. So they still work just barely now, except one of my laptops, the keyboard ain't working. Some keys ain't working. So yeah, I upgraded my GPU and CPU later on. But long story short, I found various ways to edit my videos. There was one method I did like that YouTube had, was when you upload a video, YouTube did have I'm not sure if you've used this, but YouTube did have the video editor where you can just upload a video, put two videos together, clip what you wanted, and
I'd never done
yeah,
that.
yeah, they removed it. But what I did was, one trick was to upload the entire footage, keep it on private, and then I'll have my intro, my outro already uploaded. So anytime I upload a footage, I can just use the same intro, same outro, and then just clip it together. So without doing any of the rendering, I just upload the footage, and boom, I was able to just get videos out much simpler. So all I had to worry about was the file size, which later on I used Handbrake. Is a software where you can just lower the file size, and well, let's just say it just destroys the CPU. So I was a content creator for a few years, and well, actually 5 years now, I would say. Starting from, I think, 2015. Yeah, 2015, roughly around, and till now, I still do content, which I wanted to elaborate more on that later, a bit more later. But I wanted to, focus on what happened before. So as you probably know, YouTube's partner program, I'm pretty sure you know about it, where
Yeah, I
YouTube
got demonetized. That's what I know about it.
demonetized.
That's what I know about it.
There we go. Yes,
Yeah, I know all about
that's
that.
when. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I said
Let
I
me
know all about that. Yeah, I was making $20 a month or something, $100 a month, and they're like, "No, no, you're not." They
Yep, just
just
take out all the cash. Yeah, that
overnight
was.
said, "Nope, we're keeping all that."
That was basically I won't say that. Well, it is the downfall of YouTube, but it was the downfall of,
Yeah.
let's say, my way of being a content. Because originally, around late 2015, I was actually starting to make money. I was partnered with Freedom. Have you heard of MCN network? It was called Freedom. I could use many of the musics, put in my video while I'm uploading, and then no copyright content, no idea. I could just use. I had a lot of resources.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was partnered with Freedom because obviously I'm a gaming channel, and for gaming you're gonna need you have to be partnered. This wasn't always the case back in the day, early YouTube, but later on, obviously because of copyright content, it's the same. Copyright, 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 copyright. Good lord,
Yep.
there's just no end to it. So obviously I had to be partnered with a multi-channel network. For me, it was Freedom. So the revenue would be, I think it was how it went was I think 40% went to the platform, no, not the platform, the channel, multi-channel network. 20, I think it was 20 or 90% went to the, hold on, no, it was 40, yep. And then no, one went to the platform, one went to the content itself, the guy who made the game, or how it normally works, and then the rest of the revenue goes to the content creator. So I can't remember exactly because it's been quite a long time before I started making any money on YouTube. So again, partner program happened. Lost a lot of revenue, just like just like you. I was actually starting to grow from those pennies, but yep, or cents. I think is in America is called
Mm-hmm.
cents.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Same. You could say either.
Yeah, I was starting. I was going from like $1 to $5 to $25 to 30. My channel was actually growing, and I was actually invested in becoming a content creator. During the first, I think the year to 2 year when I was doing YouTube. But ever since the partner program happened, demonetization. The next thing happened was where you had to have over 1,000 subs, and trying to remember, you had to have a certain amount of watch time and a
Mm-hmm.
certain amount of this, that, or the other before you can start earning. So long story short, YouTube was pushing down the little content creators. So they were trying to get the money out of them and then just give it to the big ones. And they were also at the same time making it harder for to monetize your videos. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Impossible. Impossible is a good word.
and he was sorry. Sorry, I know what you told me not to.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all
Bad,
right.
sorry. So anyway, continuing on, what I then did, this was actually quite a way to cheat. Actually, there was one of my favorite games called Kingdom Hearts. If you've heard
Mm-hmm.
of it, Kingdom Hearts
Yeah, yeah,
3.
for sure.
Well, if you hadn't heard about it, well, then there was a bit of a news because basically one guy got the game very early, like months in advance, and the game was set to release in January. So this caused a huge uproar in the Kingdom Hearts community, and some people, and that guy only had like 10 copies of Kingdom Hearts, and one of those people, or at least some of those people, paid top dollar, at least twice the amount to get the game early, and the entire Kingdom Hearts community was in the fritz. So there was one guy who was uploading videos or leaks basically to Reddit at the time, and what I would do is very cheeky. What I would do is that I would mostly focus on gameplay related stuff, not the story stuff, but gameplay, and I would basically use those leaks, upload them to YouTube, and my oh my, did I get views? Oh my days! So I even got to the point where I was like, probably the third most one of my Kingdom Hearts videos was one of the third most popular. But whatever the case was, I was able to cross that threshold. Easy. Yeah. And then I was able to start making money again. But when it came to Freedom just didn't want to pay anything. And what they were owing me was like $5. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. And this was like 4 or 5 years into the platform. So I think during the late years of my I would say YouTube career, I then slowly moved away from YouTube, and I started focusing on more other things, to be exact. And D Live, along with there was D Live, there was Vim TV, but mostly I was focused on other things. Uh, okay, sorry, I'm just trying to think. Yes, D Live at the time was partnered with Steemit. If you weren't aware, Steemit was also a cryptocurrency that's on the blockchain.
Hmm.
So I was streaming to D Live back then, as well as Vim TV was another stream platform on the Steemit blockchain. So yeah, it wasn't until later on, as we all know, D Live moved to the Lino blockchain, and then unfortunately, I was one of the early people to move along with the platform because right now I was just trying to search around, basically look for anywhere else to become a content creator.
Mm.
There were a few good platforms. In fact, one I still hold strongly to. We can talk about that later.
When did
Well,
you come to D Live?
sorry.
When did you start on D Live?
It was around the time I started getting more into streaming, and I was also streaming on YouTube at the same time. But I wasn't as much as a content creator. I would say it's around 2007, 2017, 2017, around that time. This was when I was streaming with starting to stream with one of my friend called Power Rod. He was a close friend of mine during my years of YouTubing, because while we were also talking about the platform, we were trying to think of how to improve our videos, how to make better content. And long story short, later on during the years, I was more focused on creating quality content at the time during my early days. But later on, when YouTube was going downhill, I was more like it came to more of like getting out, just making it quick and simple as possible.
Mm.
So,
So,
which while keeping some of the quality, but also trying to get it as quick as possible.
so I'm trying to figure out how, like and this is a guess, but I think D Live is like 2.5 years old at this point. If I'm,
Mhm.
is that about right?
Yeah, roughly around. Because D Live was partnered with Steemit,
Right,
but
right.
some people in the Steemit community was skeptical, or they were angry because at the time the Steam, I think it was the guy who I think one of the guy called Ned, I'm not entirely sure, the CEO of Steam basically gave D Live a huge donation, like one massive big donation. And what they like did back then was they took that donation, they moved to the Lino blockchain. They had a blog, everything about it, and some people were salty about it. Some people were happy that because it's a new blockchain. It's something new basically. I didn't entirely get too into it, but what it was that D Live was allowing people to move from move from Steam to move to the new blockchain. But my interest was at that time was looking for a place where I can just be a content creator again and just
Hmm.
earn like the old days of YouTube. I hoped DTube would be it, but well, long story short, the site was full of bugs, and plus they only host your video for like 5 months. So after 5 months, the video goes down. But on the plus side, it is more decentralized. You can upload whatever you want, but after 5 months, the video's gone. So I was like, okay, it's good, but it has its bugs. I get it, but I was looking for something that is basically as close to YouTube, just without the scene course.
Sure.
So that's what my main focus was. It wasn't until later on during my years of looking that I came back to D Live. I was like, you know what? Let me just start streaming again. Well, start focusing more on streaming than I am already now, because I was streaming on Twitch, I was streaming on Mixer, I was streaming on YouTube. Barely made anything. But when I started streaming on D Live, good lord.
What's the difference?
Let's just say I just met a lot of amazing people on D Live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And most importantly, I made that cha-ching crypto, baby. I was like, okay, man, I didn't know I could just earn as much as I could on D Live. So I was like, yeah, this is actually awesome. I got more into it, learned that, oh, okay, I can lock in the points, I can support the platform. Oh, okay, I can easily donate to other people. I was like, okay. So
Hmm.
then my main focus just went, you know what, full on D Live. D Live is like where my main focus was gonna be. And for the past year or two, I think it's been in fact, how long has it been before they removed that 2,200 follower? Back in the old days of, well, I won't say old day, but I won't say recently either, but at least a year. you know when
It's
when
been changing a lot. Yeah.
I know.
We've been on
'Cause there's-
testnet for a year, if that helps.
Yeah, because if not to the new people, it's more to the old people. You know, when you could only have you can get 200 followers, and then you only had to lock 2,000 lineup points, and then you're a verified partner.
Right. That was that was at the beginning. So that was probably a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I've lost track of that, man.
Something it's been just over a year ago for sure. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, because D Live has been changing so much. There was a thing with the PayPal. There was, the thing with people farming Lino. The log point. Just thing after thing. Just one news after news, and then there was PewDiePie.
Yeah.
That came to D
Now
Live. Yeah.
what's I bet that really struck a chord with you personally, huh? Because you've been idolizing him for a minute and wanted to be the new PewDiePie, and then
I
PewDiePie comes
know.
to D Live.
He just comes into D Live, and then I'm like, what the hell is
That's
going on?
amazing. That's like a college thesis statement for streaming for you.
Mm-hmm. I was like, the person who I admire most has come to the platform, a new platform which I've been searching around for, one that I'm fully focused on. My idol just comes in, and then he starts donating the jets to everyone. Elton Zondo was in that stream with his tower with his
Actually,
life.
so here's something I wanted to tell you. So I had never heard of PewDiePie before he came to D Live. And I know, and I'm sorry. I know. But hey, hold on. In my defense, I was living on a tropical island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with no television, no computer, no, you know what I mean? Like I was unplugged. I unplugged for a minute. I know who he is now, so All right. I know who he is now. But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When he came to D Live, what was your first thought? Okay, PewDiePie's coming to D Live. What was your first thought about what that was going to do for D Live?
Well, this one is quite tricky because at that time I was literally I had quite a few friends with the people on D Live, and a lot of people had a lot of opinions.
Sure.
So yeah, so I was looking from one perspective. I was looking from another perspective. I thought it was amazing. Like it's amazing that he can actually stream again. He can actually play games again, because originally PewDiePie was he was mostly focused on games before he moved to vlogging and all the other meme review, etc. So I thought it was amazing at first. Some people were happy. Most people were worried and skeptical, which I can kind of see where they're coming from, because PewDiePie is very big, as in he's like number one on YouTube, and he announced he's coming to this platform, and obviously eyeballs are going to get to this platform, which actually benefited me, because when he announced when he was on D Live and I was streaming, I was actually getting a lot more followers much quickly. I think I was around the 300, 400 mark. I'm not entirely sure the exact date. Right now, I think I'm on 700. Because there's also been some people who have been saying that they're leaving D Live. D Live is more focused on the high people who are higher up. They're not focused on the. Basically, I just heard story after story after story after story, and me, I just try to keep neutral, and I try to see it from both from all perspectives. I don't just try to just listen to one guy. I just try to see what this guy thinks, what's D Live's response. Basically, I try to look at not just from one perspective. I try to look from all perspectives, and mostly I don't always draw a conclusion, because I understand that sometimes you need a contrast, like you need a balance. So I can't say like this guy is particularly wrong, because I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, I understand where D Live is coming from, because obviously they're a big platform, and if D Live, a big platform, gets someone like PewDiePie and he announces it, and let's say all of which, by the way, I've heard that a lot of Twitch streamers, if you haven't already, a lot of people were saying that D Live was a scam. A lot of people, I think mostly people on Twitch,
Yeah, it's
not
just
entirely.
haters gonna hate, Omega.
Yeah, I
Haters
mean, a
gonna
lot of
hate.
them. Yeah, I know. A lot. I'm like, I was a
That's
scammer.
it.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
streamed on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. I did it for almost a year. Barely made anything. I streamed on D Live for a few months, made some friends, got the 200 followers, and bro is making some crypto. What the hell? What do you mean it's getting this is a scam, man? And just me earning makes me want to invest, also help the platform, also makes me want to lock,
Exactly.
lock the lineup points in, you know, donate to other streamers. Mostly I was just happy just locking in, donate to the streamers, just basically investing in the platform.
Okay,
That's what I
so
love.
I got 2 points. First of all, I think you're just happy all the time. Like,
Mhm.
he said, I gotta tell you, I found you because um my boy LT Zonda, I'm hanging out with him, and he's like, hold on. There's a streamer right now dancing and singing for ice cream, and we gotta go. And he keeps saying all my days, and I was like, wait, what? So I had to go over there, and then Lito and Zonda and I were like spamming ice creams, and you dance for like an hour.
I was sweating everything, man.
Yes, for like an
Oh
hour.
my days! I even told there was an old streamer. He doesn't stream on D Live as much anymore. He may come back and stream. There was a streamer called Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, basically he wanted me to say to everybody what it is that I do. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is gonna be my thing. When I get a lemon, I just do a thumbs up. Ice cream dance, which everybody loves. I do the ice cream dance, the diamond dance, the Jaginis, the crazy dance, and then for the Jets, one stream, I'll just strip off, take off my t-shirt, and then when people start dancing, donate to the ice cream, I'll start doing all the dances just shirtless, and then another ninja strip. He just wants me to just go naked and strip and start
Hey, if
dancing.
you just so you know, if you X tag your stream, you can show male nipples.
Oh my
I'm
days!
just saying. I'm just saying.
But
Just saying.
there was one stream like that. It just went crazy. Literally, everybody was just spamming. Man, I was sweating all over. Oh man, it was
Guys,
fun.
if you're listening to this and you want to have a good time, go to Omegasys 64's channel. He's got great energy. He's like this all the time. I don't even know. I don't know how. I don't know how. I
Yeah.
don't know what he's doing, but it's working.
I don't know. They call me the male stripper.
Oh shit! Well, I didn't know about that. Looks like I got some competition on D Live because I've
uh,
been I've been known for taking off my shirt occasionally.
it
Occasionally.
ain't pretty.
Well, so somebody asked, yeah, where's Darth Maul? So guys, I don't know if this is true, but I heard something about copyright issues with him using the name Darth Maul, which
Oh yeah,
which
yeah. I
would
was.
totally make sense.
I
I
was. In fact, I was the one that even brought it up to him. Actually.
I mean,
In
if you're
fact, yeah.
gonna choose a name, guys, don't choose one of the largest characters ever from one of the largest companies ever who clearly has attorneys, right? Like
hmm
you got to be smart about the names you choose.
Yeah, man. You don't mess with the mouse now that he
Don't
owns.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You don't mess with the mouse. So okay, so we were talking about you being excited about D Live because you were making money. So here's a real question, my friend. On the
hmm
25th, which is 2 days from now, it's October 23rd, 2019. On the
hmm
25th, that's the cutoff for locking in Lino to roll over fourth quarter to be a cryptocurrency to go to mainnet with Lino. If your Lino's locked in on the 25th
Yeah.
or earlier, which is only 2 days now, you
hmm
roll over. And I just read this yesterday, I think. They changed the minimum lock-in amount to one Lino. Instead of like, remember you had to have at least 1,000 to lock in Lino? They want
Yeah.
everybody to have a chance to be involved. So you can have one Lino and lock it in right now.
I think I have 14,000 locked in.
Right. But
Uh,
I mean, saying like, so if you're just a viewer, you've never purchased Lino, right? You're not a streamer, you're not being donated, but you've earned a little Lino or you've gotten a little bit of Lino from a chest, you can lock it in
mhm.
any amount. So I just wanted to tell anybody listening, but my question for you is, are you excited? We're going to mainnet. Like you were on Steam, then you weren't on Steam, then you were on testnet, and now you're going to mainnet. You've rode this train since the beginning.
Or do you mean the viewers or me?
I'm talking to you. What do you mean the viewers? I'm
Oh,
not
okay,
talking.
okay.
Stop
I thought you
reading
were talking.
chat.
I
It's
thought you
just
were talking
me and
to me.
you. It's just me and
Okay.
you in here, man.
Okay. Sorry, my bad.
I'm talking to you. Stop reading the chat. Stop. Stop.
Sorry. Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
asking you. You were with D Live since the beginning. You saw
Yep.
the steam. You've seen the transitions, all of them. Which there've been a lot.
Yeah, a
Are you
lot.
excited that you're within mere moments of rolling over to mainnet crypto with Lino?
Yes, and I won't say no. I will say yes and yes and worrisome. I'm not gonna give. Let me explain why. But I am excited on going. Oh, hold up.
Stop reading the chat. I will find you. I will find
Okay,
you.
okay. So yes, I am happy that that yeah, that we're going to the main net, because that's another thing I mentioned when I was also making friends. A lot of people were always asking or telling or complaining, actually, to be more accurate, that D Live, all the D Live tokens, everything, the Lino is only valuable on D Live. You can't take it to an exchange. You can't take it to any other. Basically, it's not a full on cryptocurrency. That's one thing that most people were always complaining to me about. So I was like, yes. And there was another person who I oh, nice, I'm first place. Anyway, there was
Stop
another
looking
person.
at chat. I will find Megan. Oh, Megan.
Okay. There was another person, another streamer. Just bear with me, man. Just bear with me.
Squirrel.
There was another streamer called Cyber Grinder, and also streamer, by the way. He also mentioned why it's actually probably better for Lino to also stay as it is. Well, for the most part, stay as it is. Or Lino is more of a utility token, because he explains that when you're streaming or as a streamer or creator on D Live, now I'll just go streamer, not content creator. I want to mix up the words. So when you're a streamer on D Live, and when you pull out, like when you want to cash out or when you want to cash in, you want to know how much money you're making. So this really comes more into the conversation of the advantages of crypto, versus fiat for currency. Like, how much you're getting if you get one lemon, if you get one ice cream, you get one diamond, Ninja Guinea, you know how much you're getting instantly. Because whereas with cryptocurrency, if it actually goes real crypto, the value can go up or down. You can fluctuate easy.
Right,
And
but you know what
yeah.
they're doing to fix that, to keep it from affecting the streamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're actually going to have an IDA. They're going to have their own site token called a lemon that's worth 1.2 pennies. It's going to be just like Lino works now. So there's going to be no fluctuation ever in lemons. So it's going to work exactly the same way it does now. So you don't have to worry about that. The streamers are going to make the same money they always did. It's just that the Lino now that's locked in can fluctuate up and down, and your locked points and your content bonus will be paid to you in Lino, which is I think is awesome.
Well, yeah, which I said was awesome because well, I was actually going to come to that part. So, because I was mostly referring to the people complaining. So when when Alexander went into it, when we saw the stream of the live crypto, I was like,
wait, what was that? What was that? You did what again? You did what again?
That was my Mickey Mouse orgasm.
Oh shit.
My bad.
Something like that. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, that was basically me, man.
Oh shit. Oh, I apologize in advance to all my viewers. Am I gonna have to X tag this?
I'm weird, man. I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
Oh
I'm
my
weird.
god. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, oh
So
shit.
that was the good stuff. That was the good part of the update. So I was like,
Oh,
I was telling like Darth Maul, this is happening. Reggie, this is happening. Also that reminds me. LT Zondo also mentioned D Live will also be partnering with I think another site called Silver.tv, where when you're watching a stream, So I'm not sure if they're gonna get rid of the chest eventually, but when you're watching a stream, you're actually gonna be earning tokens or at least crypto called T Fuel.
Yeah, I've
So if,
heard other streamers talking about that.
yeah, so I'm not entirely sure if that's happening. I need more information in that regard, but basically they may end up getting rid of the chest, and then when you watch a stream this time and you watch it through silver.tv and you watch a D-Live stream, you actually be earning a cryptocurrency called Fiat or T Fuel. I think there's two words for it, but I'm gonna go with T Fuel because
Well,
G
they're
Fuel.
actually, from what I understand,
Mhm.
third quarter 2020, they're going to reintroduce the viewer rewards and the chests and stuff, and they're going to do it through a third party software that they currently just announced that they're going to work with. So
Okay.
I personally, as a streamer, I've seen all the different versions of the chest on D Live. I think they should take it offline until they're ready to implement the new software. So that may happen. I don't know. When it comes down to it, I like to encourage people on D Live to just be patient. Right? Things
Mhm.
things are changing. The interface changes. The software, the currency. Just be patient. It's a new company. It's a new concept and it's getting better and better and better. Like Omega could see, I can see, they've been here a while.
Yeah.
D Live is growing and changing in a very positive way. They just spent the last year proving that their blockchain works and is, I think, the most successful or most used blockchain currently. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I think it is. So I'm excited because not only are they going to keep an on-site currency for streamers, so that called Lemon, that's 1.2 pennies each. So you don't have to. You could still pay your bills, right? It's not going to go up. It's not going to go down. Donations are going to be just as easy. They reintroduced the ability to cash out to PayPal again. I don't know if you heard that, which a
Mhm.
lot of people are. Yeah, a lot of people are excited about that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm stoked. There's a lot coming. There's a lot changing, but I love that you and I get to talk like 2 days before the deadline for locking in Lino to roll over to crypto. And I mean, this is a very pivotal moment in streaming, gaming, crypto, all of it. I think not just D Live in particular. I think games are moving more towards cryptocurrency type
Crypto.
games. Yeah,
That's
I think now, obviously, with DLive was on a crypto blockchain. Now it's on a crypto blockchain. It's created itself, or will be by the end of the fourth quarter this year. Um, I'm excited, man. Wilson just gave a talk last week about Lino and about all these changes coming up, and people kept trying to get him to say, when it hits the market, well, how much is it going to be worth? What are we talking? And he's stuff that he can't legally say. But one thing he said that caught my attention was, look, we're trying to get this out before Christmas, so it'll be an early Christmas present for you guys.
mm-mm.
And I was like, wait, what? What he just say? Because
No, I
I,
didn't say anything.
I
I
think
was.
they know something that they're not saying. And I bought more Lino. I bought and locked in more Lino. I did. I had to.
Man, man had to just lock it in, man. Man, you got it. I just got to invest.
Got to, got to. Now, LT came in here. A bunch of people were spamming ice creams there for a minute because they wanted you to do your ice cream dance. And normally, well,
Oh,
normally we don't have people go into their characters and streaming personas here. We keep it, straight up here to so that we could just focus on information. However,
the
you want to do
music,
the
man.
ice cream dance, you do the ice cream dance.
We need the music, man. We need the
Now,
music.
question. You say all my days, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? I can't tell.
Yes, basically, this is one of my memes, or how I became such a meme. Later during the early days of D Live, I had a lot of I won't say slogans, but let's just say I had a lot of words while I was streaming. So all my days was really, instead of saying "oh my god" or "oh my gosh," I don't want to go too blasphemous or too religious here, but I just went with "all my days" because I try to keep my stream like a nice medium between where you can say anything, like you can swear, but I don't want it, too extreme.
Right, right.
But I also wanted to try and keep it family friendly, like try and create like a nice balance while also keeping it open. So all my days was one of them. Take care and peace was my outro. There was a dab for me. They even made stickers for it, and there was also welcome to the brotherhood.
Yeah.
All those slogans, man. So it just became, it kind of got people in. It kind of
Hmm.
people like started beaming, especially Simseeker. Good lord, my days. He went.
So so
Mhm.
is it okay if I use this one in our chat?
Oh, yep, yep. Real quick.
Ah, you didn't know. You didn't know I had some stuff saved up, did you?
And that's,
Uh,
that's the second one. Where's the first one?
hey, I'm not an
Sorry.
Omega
Where's this one?
historian. I'm just there you go. There you go.
That
So,
one was made by Civics. So yeah, that was basically the Ice Cube Jazz that just really became the main reason why people just come into my stream. They basically say they've had a bad day, they've this, that, or the other happened to them. They just come into D Live, they just come into my stream, spam ice cream, and just get me dancing. It's like, yep, they'll strip them back for
by
those
the
ice cream.
by the way, guys, you can make it rain in Omega's channel. He accepts Ninjaginis, diamonds, and ninjets as well as ice creams and lemons.
Yep, and ninjas are for the strips. My bad.
You wanna X tag his chat? You go donate a ninjet.
The
That'll get his
second I get
attention.
one, yep, the second I get one is an extreme. Forget it. No mercy. We're going full
No
on.
mercy. Oh, that's
Oh my
amazing.
days.
Yeah, actually, I've gotten one ninjet ever, and I did end up with my shirt off. I don't know how it happens, but
Same, same.
what are you gonna do?
I blamed Darth for that. He loves to troll. And my God, does he, the way he attracts people to troll me. Good Lord.
Actually, the last big group of trolls and we say we're trolling in a fun way, not in a bad way, is I came in with LT Zonda and tried to wear you out that day. I think you danced for an hour and a half. Dude, listen, this guy danced so repetitively for so long that I thought he was playing a scene. I didn't realize he's sitting there doing that over and over and over. I was impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah, because that is what people well, they literally come to my stream because officially I am a content creator. My job literally was to entertain, so I
Hmm.
wanted to well, in the beginning I was trying very hard to be funny, failing miserable at it. Then I stopped being funny, then I was greatly becoming successful at it, but at the same time losing weight as well. So it became like streaming and also exercise. So
That's true. It is a fitness thing, huh? I mean, dude, you dance for an hour and a half, even sitting down, you're gonna get your heart rate up.
yeah, true, man. And by the time my stream ends, I'm literally on my bed, passed out, farted, everything, man. I'm dead. Literally dead.
So I think you just hit on a topic I'd like to talk about a little bit now, which is you're talking about the what streaming is, and you said it's entertainment. We're entertainers, right? So if somebody has never streamed before and they're listening to this and they're thinking about streaming, what would be something you would say to help them?
I don't want to, okay, actually, I'm just gonna say as it is.
Yeah.
Connections. You need to at least.
Hmm.
I don't want to just. I don't want to give you like false information, but one success I found when it comes to streaming or even being a content creator is always have a network. You must like interact with people. You must talk to people. That's another thing I've also realized because during the early days while I was streaming, when I was looking at other streamers, when I just ask questions, donate, or do anything, even when there's not many people there, a lot of streamers they don't tend to pay attention to the chat. So this also links to me always being focused on the chat, also while playing the game, and also dancing every second. So coming back to that, a lot of streamers I've recently realized they don't really engage with the audience or engage with the chat. And also when you're playing with other streamers, I understand it can be distracting, but streaming is not always going to be easy. It's going to be hard work because my years as a streamer, I've had my we've had people come and go. We've had our own toxic people come and go. We've had a lot of trolls, and not always the good ones, as you mentioned earlier. You mentioned about the bad trolls. You're gonna get that no matter what. But one thing is best to stay is consistent. Consistency is key, and
Hmm.
always trying to maintain a close relationship, especially those with the friends that you make on D Live or any other platform. It's always best to have a network, have a community, so to speak. So yes, so if you want to become a streamer, yeah, and another important thing is also have fun. Because streaming is supposed to be like a relaxed environment. We all love video games, but at least for the most part, it's for mostly for gamers. I mean, there are other streamers out there. There are people who do interviews, like my brother Author Joe Holt here. There are other people who like doing cooking or whatever their passion is. It is a community of what their hobby is, and we can get people talking. It's a fun place. It can be,
Yep.
and at the same time, it can, if you don't get those viewers. I understand this is mostly common on Twitch, at least new streamers on Twitch. When you're streaming and then nobody's watching, it can be a bit disheartening. Many people who want streamers have experienced this, including myself. So yes, consistency is key, and always try to have a good connection with your friends. That is what makes streaming fun and also bearable.
So that's a good point because I've heard people talk about, and even Luke, LT Zonda talks a lot about being on that grind, being on that grind. And
Mm-hmm.
some people flourish under that scenario like Luke does. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for me, if I feel like it's a grind, I don't want to do it. I want it. I want it to feel easier, more like hearted. And
Mm-hmm.
a very distinct difference is Luke is a full time streamer that pays his bills with streaming, so he
Mm-hmm.
needs that consistency and he needs to stay focused. Where
Mm-hmm.
with me, it's just a hobby, right? I'm retired. I have a retirement income. This
Mm-hmm.
is fun to me, so it is. I'd like to make that distinction first of all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like you said, you got to maintain the community. You've got to maintain that conversation with your chat. I mean, that's why we're streaming to entertain the viewers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was also another thing I wanted to go more into, but that one's gonna branch a bit more to a different topic. This is
Sure.
more to do with platforms, more to say. But this one is actually more advanced. These are things like that have not yet to come,
Okay.
or this is actually going to more into future territory. Coming back to what I said about YouTube. You know how YouTube was a video, it was a place where content creators could go and basically upload their videos, upload their favorite game, and then they can also make money out of it, and they can also, have fun with the community.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, Twitch, Mixer, all the popular social media platforms where you can stream were once very powerful platforms. It still is. It's still a very big company.
Right. Right. Right.
But if you look at it now, like YouTube, now they practically censor everything. Uh, Twitch, they're double standard. They basically take half your money, whereas D Live only takes like only
Live
like 9%.
doesn't take any.
No, it doesn't take any. No, no,
Mm-mm.
that was old Steam It. So I'm thinking of Steam It.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Yeah, like Steve. Now, to be clear though, 10% of your donation goes to the lock points pool that is then returned to everybody based on lock points. But the platform itself does not take any percentage of your profit.
yes, that's true. Whereas on Twitch, every donation you get, forget it, it's gone, man.
Half,
Most of
right?
it, half of it is gone.
Yep.
This Mixer, although I'm not sure how Mixer completely works, but let's just say it's not as bad as Twitch. But the point I was trying to come across was that every single platform when they began, they were amazing, basically. Just like D Live is amazing right now. And I'm not sure how Vim TV is doing. I haven't really gone more into that. So, but that's probably something else entirely. But here's where it gets a bit gray, I would say. Every single platform, like beginning with YouTube, Twitch, and even Twitter as well, they're starting to censor a lot of people. Every single social media platform were once great, and if you look at it now, there's more problems now than when it officially began or when it was in an earlier point. So this was the thing with also D Live. I like the platform. Don't get me wrong. I love the platform. But in fact, I'm still going to be streaming. In fact, my main focus is going to be on D Live. I just want to point out that I'm not saying that this will happen. I'm not saying that it is going to happen. I'm not going to pretty much say the worst comes to worst, because I don't know what the future holds, obviously. But if I were to go straight into it, every single platform was once good, but eventually they made a lot of money. They went, I would say, bad.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully D Live doesn't happen like this, because this was the whole point of D Live, was to break away from all the bad. But I'm also worried that when D Live does go up, probably like as big as Twitch is, as big as Mixer is, my only concern is them starting to not follow that same path as Twitch once did.
But I
That
think,
was my only concern.
well, I think you
But
could probably, just to alleviate some of those thoughts right now, that's the
mhm,
whole point of D Live, was it's not owned by a couple of rich old white guys, right? It's
mhm,
owned by all of us. We own our content. We own and influence the company if we lock in our Lino, right? Like
mhm,
it's the first time where those decisions in that direction is going to be our voice,
yes,
everybody who's involved. So it's not
mhm.
it. I don't. Now this could
Yeah,
just be
I agree. I know.
naivete, you know,
I
but
know, I know where you're coming from. It's just the thing is, YouTube was like that as well, in slightly in the
mm,
beginning.
hmm,
Because remember when YouTube was broadcast yourself, it was mostly about you,
right.
and it was mostly about it was about you. You put your own content, your own freedom of speech. It was basically about you. It was broadcast yourself. That was its slogan, because that was what YouTube was.
Hmm.
But ever since Google brought it, all those big companies, and don't forget, because there are big companies out there that can still buy it if they still decide to sell it. And ever since Google brought it, YouTube is sort of what it is now today.
Well, and that's what
So
happened to Twitch. Amazon bought Twitch.
Twitch, exactly. So big companies can still buy D Live, which what D Live is now is supposed to be branching out from there. But that was my only worry, is that what happens if another big company you know decides to buy D Live, or another crypto company decides to buy D Live, and D Live ends up having this massive change, because it would be naive to think otherwise, that that is gonna remain completely separate, completely the same, like all the way through, because as the saying goes, nothing good ever lasts forever. Is that how the saying
Is
goes?
that how that saying goes?
I think so.
Nah, you're right. I've heard that.
Yeah, so that was my only worry. So the lesson, or the wisdom I'm trying, no, I was go with lesson. The lesson I was trying to go with here is that at least for the future, is never put your eggs in one basket. This was just one lesson I pretty much learned as my own personal lesson, is that I love D Live, yes, but there's also going to be other crypto platforms that is also
Sure.
going to be, yeah, that's also going to also try to emulate what D Live is doing. In fact, I think there is quite a few, but not as popular as D Live, thanks to PewDiePie. But don't get me wrong, these are things that have not happened and not yet to come. Hopefully, it never happens. So that was basically one point I wanted to get
Well,
across
and
when you. Mhm,
you're not the only person who feels that way. I mean, I was with LT Zonda, and obviously he's met Wilson. He's talked to the Lino team directly. He has 1 million Lino locked in, and
Woo!
flowed. His girlfriend has like 900,000 Lino locked in, and they were talking about, do they keep that level, and they said no. Zonda said, I'm going to take half of that Lino out. I'm going to invest a chunk of it in Bitcoin, in a different cryptocurrency. I'm going to pay
Mhm.
my bills with some of it, and I'm going to lock in half,
And
right?
I
So
agree.
exactly, I like that idea because, and he even went on to explain that's like 90% of my net worth is the Lino I have locked in. So that's not smart, right? We need to diversify the investment. We need to cash some of it out, right? Just
Mhm.
to, because people have asked me since they've announced, hey, we're going to mainnet. Should I buy Lino? Should I lock in Lino? Well, it's an investment, guys. And with
It's an
any investment, there's risk. You could
yes.
lose a
Mhm.
100% of your money, right? So only invest money that you don't mind never seeing again.
Mhm. Because this
And
comes in. Yeah.
well, I
Continue.
was
Sorry.
saying, and if it goes up, sweet, right? Great,
Mhm.
that's great. But I am not locking in Lino
Mhm.
as an investment. I'm locking in Lino because I know that that's going to help the Lino network. It's going to help D Live as a platform, and it's going to keep me able to live stream on a platform with the community that I love and that I want to support.
Yes.
That's why I'm locking in Lino.
Beautiful. That is pretty much the same reason. Well, at least my reason is the same as LT Zonda's, which actually goes more into the discussion of money actually, which a lot of people is afraid of. In fact, there was one thing I wanted to point out when it comes to an investment.
Sure.
Most people don't seem to realize. I've just noticed this. A lot of my viewers, they're always asking me, um, I'm always chasing this. I always want to lock. How do I know this is a safe investment? I wanted to point out that money itself is just a tool. Okay, you can use it for good or you can use it for evil. Money is neutral. You can just use it, but you can use it for anything. It's basically just a tool. Every single investment that you make, yes, you obviously have to do your own due diligence, weigh the pros and cons. You always have to, do your own research. But most people are quite afraid of failing in a sense. They're always afraid that they're gonna lose money, and I just want to point out, whether you like it or not, you're going to lose money anyway. I mean, money is like it's like a, I won't say it's like a circle. I mean, money just flows around like water. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
have a note in your hand, that note is going to go to someone else's hand, and that note is also going to go to someone else's hand. That note can also go to a bank, and that bank is going. Basically, it flows around. It flows around. So the more the lesson was, you shouldn't be afraid of losing or yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of failing, because failure is a far better teacher than success. You learn nothing from when you succeed.
Yep.
You only learn from failure, and what you do is you have to learn to grow from that failure. In fact, every person that is rich today, every massive entrepreneur, basically everybody who's rich, they always they learned everything from failure. There wasn't no one time success where like they didn't just accumulate all their riches, just from being lucky. They learned from failure. You have to understand that failure is also a lesson. It also provides as a stepping stone, if you will. So,
Absolutely.
that was a little point I want to come across on. And yeah, and just like every investment has a risk. There's no single investment that exists on this earth that doesn't have risks, and that's pretty much how every single investment works. There's no investment that will. There's no perfect investment. There's no I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that return. You have to understand that there is a chance that you will lose that money.
Mm-hmm.
So just like with D Live, I want to invest in the platform because I love the platform. I also want to support the streamers as well because I love the streamers. If I lose the money, I lose it. You shouldn't be afraid of failing. You shouldn't be afraid of losing money. That's another one point I wanted to get across. So yeah, you shouldn't be. Oh damn it! Why am I reading the comments again? The hell! It's like my eyes just.
Feel free, feel free. No, that's it's funny because it's hard to not, during when we're streaming because we're so used to it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's now a habit. So every time I play a game, like if I'm playing Borderlands or any new game. It's like I have my D Live on my third screen here. I'm playing the game. Alert message. Oh, okay. I'll just read it. Just to make sure I let them know that yes, I am focused on you. I am reading it. And oh shit, ice cream time.
Oh, we almost got him to do it. He almost did it.
I need the music, man. The man needs the music. So yeah.
We got a half an ice cream dance, folks. Half. We got it half. That's right.
So close. So close.
So close.
Almost had me. Almost had me.
But I would like to point something out to the people listening who might want to, who are thinking about being streamers and streaming, and they have this idea of success and what that means. With you, look how many platforms you've streamed on, right? Look how many.
Twitch, Mixer, even Vim TV. And there was also another platform that was even BitTube. Which is which they've now moved to BitTubers, which is their own I would say their own YouTube version. It's a crypto version of YouTube, but that's a different topic. But even there, I could earn like views from basically from watch time, similar to Silver.tv, and I didn't get any viewers. So again, it comes back to that story of never be afraid of failing. Is what you have to learn from that after. Yeah, but sorry for interrupting you. You were saying?
No, my point is I'm trying to encourage new streamers. Don't think that you're going to hop on D Live or any other streaming platform and in a month you're the most famous person. That's not how it works. This streaming takes time, it takes consistency, it takes effort, it takes originality. There's a lot of things necessary to be successful at streaming. And you may not be successful the first time or the second time or the fifth time. That doesn't matter. I think somebody made a good point during my last Fireside chat I just did with Catalina Uma, which is like, don't start streaming because you want to be famous. Don't start streaming because you want to be rich. Start streaming because you have a passion for being an entertainer. For being for whatever it is that you do, right? Like your passion should be what you do, not the results of what you do, right? And if that's the case, then you're going to be able to stream on a regular basis, enjoy yourself. Other people are going to notice. I mean, people know, like, you can't hide how you're feeling with like this. There's camera, there's sound, right? They can see that you're low energy. They can see that you don't want to be there. They can see that you're not happy. And conversely, the opposite. If you're happy, like with you, Omega, I love coming to your channel because every time you're smiling, you're laughing, you're dancing, and I have a good time. You're entertaining. We're entertainers, right? And you don't have to fake it. You don't have to fake it. Be yourself. Do what you do naturally, right? And I think you are doing your personality. Your natural personality is to be fun and right and have a good energy, and I love that.
Yeah, because again, it comes back to the discussion of the community. Because before I was even streaming on D Live, I was streaming on Twitch, and I barely got any viewers. I think the part was when I was also streaming on YouTube, I was just playing with my friend. Originally, when I started streaming, I was actually just streaming with just my friend, and I was practically learning how it works, and I didn't really care about the money at first. I was more focused on content creation, but rather than a streamer. But as a streamer, I was just pretty much playing games with my friend, and I was just enjoying myself. That's what it was. It was until later on when I moved to D Live, I just met this community first. But my first thought when I started streaming, at least on D Live, when it was on the Lino blockchain, it was like my first thought was find somebody to play with. That was literally I want to play with. I want to find some friends. I want to make some people. I want to meet some people. I want to basically have a conversation. I want to play some games with some people. That's what my intention was. I really wanted to just play some video games with a lot of people, make some friends, talk to people, and most importantly, grow together. That's what my In fact, that was also one of my other slogans before I stopped using it. It was help each other grow together, which I practically stole for freedom. That was that's also a little meme, but I think that one got lost in time. So yeah, the thing is, when you start out streaming, if you're thinking about streaming uh just for the cash, but let me tell you, it's harder now to make more money on D Live than it is when you began. So I would say what you should do is that focus more on that engagement with the community, or that
Mm.
engagement with other people. Focus in simple terms, just focus on making friends and just playing and having fun. That's what I would say would get you ahead further, or get you more successful
Hmm.
later on, is when you engage with people. Because one thing I love about streaming, especially on D Live, um is when people literally just come and talk to me in my chat, just come say hi,
Hmm.
how you doing, ask me questions, just chatting just makes me happy. Just talking to people, asking questions, or talking. That's literally my number one focus. That's what makes me happy. The money, everything else is more secondary, but my main focus was on the people itself. Just talking to people, engaging with people, and most
Exactly.
importantly, dancing. And if I can get other people to dance, hey,
Oh,
it's me.
you know what's funny is that one day where you danced for like an hour and a half. I got up out of my chair and I was like, yeah, like I was having a good time in my own living room. Yeah, man.
Yeah. In fact, there was one time. In fact, when I early streamed on D Live, one of the developers, I think it was Cheesy. I'm not entirely sure. Chazzy Cheesy. He came into my stream.
Are you talking about Cheech?
Cheesy, yeah, I think that was
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah,
cheesy. I like cheesy. It's I'm gonna go with that.
I don't remember.
Cheech
He
and
actually,
Tidy. I think you're putting Cheech and Tidy together and calling him cheesy, which I
yeah,
like.
no.
I dig it, man. I dig it. That's like the superhero. Cheech and Tidy together is cheesy.
Yeah, man. He came into my stream one time, and I had a shitty webcam. And man, good God, when he saw my diamond dance, he was on the floor rolling over, man, literally. And there was also another streamer that I think it was by SimSeeker. It was one of his friends. He said that just donate something to him. He does this crazy dance. He says, "Showed him 11. Okay, ice cream. He's not interested. Diamond and Ninja Get." He was passed out. Literally, he just loved the dance so much that he was in stitches. So the dancing really became more of my thing. So because a lot of people, that's what attracted more people towards me and more people to play with. Like
Mm.
Darth Maul, for instance. I
Hmm.
was actually I was actually a bigger streamer than him when he started D Live. He barely had any friends, nothing. I was more interested in just playing video games with him.
Hmm.
And everybody who's watched us knows me and Darth Maul as like the duo who always plays um the battle royale games like Apex, Realm
Hmm.
Royale, Paladins, and everybody who's in our stream, they just join instantly, and then we all get into a Discord chat and we all play together. So we were known as that, and I was known as the dancer, Omega the dancer. And when we were in game, they'll be using my call, "Oh my days, oh my days."
Hmm.
Oh, they will just troll me, and my God, the trolls they attract, especially the trolls with the troll days, the I swallow car. Cannot believe I fell for it, man. Damn.
Oh, you actually said that out loud.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, sorry.
ice swallow, and all those.
I
Yeah,
swallow. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
damn.
yeah.
They
Hmm.
trolled me hard that day. I actually fell for all the troll names. I was like, "Oh, welcome, I." Oh shit! My God, it was crazy, man. So that was what attracted so many people, and in fact, even Duff Boy ended up surpassing me. Like I was bigger than him, and he ended up surpassing me because all these people were just so engaged, and he was also doing those raids. those stream raids.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was one thing he did, and he was really good at it. He attracted a lot of people. People then attract to each other. You know, they follow this people. Then we talk to each other. You know, we ask questions. Basically, it just became like a place where people can, you know, just chat, mostly about the games, or at least it's more trolling trust me, man. You get more trolls than people wanted to talk about the games. But yeah, it became this fun live community, and this was early D Live. And D Live was at least for the most common streamers today, the big ones like you know, LT Zonda, the One Last Round, you know, all these big streamers, you know, we were like, it was more of a growing community. We were very happy together, you know. And you know, obviously PewDiePie came in, a lot more people came in, started streaming porn. I'm sorry.
Actually,
I was
there was some weirdness during that time, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of that old debacle with Ninja when he moved from Twitch to
Yeah.
Mixer. Then Twitch got so salty, they were like they tried to use Ninja, and Ninja's trying to shot. Oh my days! But yeah, that happens, man. So yeah, despite all that, I won't lie. Also, coming back to what you were saying about beginning streamers, yeah, there are gonna be some toxic people that come into your stream. I've had a lot of it. Maul has, you know, I'm pretty sure you have as well. Also, Joe Holt.
I
A
run
lot
into a
of there's
little.
Yeah, there's been a lot of drama as well. D Live certainly had their fair share of drama with other streamers. I mostly try to remain neutral. Try and always see it from both perspectives, and see if there's a way to amend it. If not, then I have to either try to fix it, or you know, let things be as they are. But yeah, D Live has had your fair share of drama, especially when you're much bigger. You're definitely gonna also get a fair share of drama. But the number one thing is always to have fun and enjoy yourself, and most importantly, you know, to talk to people. That's what, just have an engagement, you know. And I also like to support as well. So
Well, I
that's
think
for
a big thing between D Live and other platforms is that on other platforms you were kind of a standalone island, you know, where here
yes,
on D Live we all support each other. So you're
yes.
not out there, you know, on your own here, which I love it.
Yes, that's another beautiful thing about D Live. I think more of Twitch. Like, if you're streaming on Twitch, you're exactly right. You're a standalone island. You're just there, out of the majority of thoughts, girls in their bikinis, and good lord, oh, the big streamer. I mean, basically, if you're a beginning streamer right now, let me tell you right now, even I'm still multi streaming to Twitch, and still I've barely even made a partnership. And the worst thing about Twitch is that they don't want you streaming on other platforms. That was
Hmm.
just the number one killer right there. So that's why many gamers, I would say, in fact, if I should ask the question, why isn't PewDiePie the world's largest content creator? Why isn't he streaming on Twitch? Why is he streaming on D Live? You know, that pretty much outlines it there. It shows that D Live is D Love right there.
Right.
Said it right there.
That's right.
Hmm.
So we haven't gone from this angle yet, which I'd like to, which is you've got so much experience streaming and on a bunch of different platforms. So we talked about things that you should do that are going to help you. But are there things that you've learned over the years that you should definitely not do and are definitely going to hurt you as a streamer?
Yes. It's more coming back to the talk with when it comes to it's more of like when it comes to handling viewers, and
Mm.
mostly coming back to the talk of, you know, the toxic people and the drama. Obviously, this could I've also seen this happen quite a few times. I don't want to mention any names right now, but there has been some streamers that have fallen out. You know, just like people, they fall out, and their loyal viewers can go and attack this or attack the other streamer. And yes, one thing I noticed, especially the big content creators, is that most of the time is always best to try and remain neutral for the most part, because obviously as you grow bigger, as you grow, have more influence, as you well, basically become a much larger streamer, you're gonna have some influence. You're gonna have some power, and as people mostly should know, this power can always be dangerous. So you always have to, prepare yourself to, kind of manage and handle it, because you have to be aware of more of what you say, and you have to be more aware of
Mm.
your persona, because your own personality will eventually become your persona. This is something that upcoming streamers have also announced. So you literally have to also, it kind of, I would say, moderate yourself.
Mhm.
I would say, if I use the right words. So yeah, those are some things you have to be aware of. You're gonna get some people out there that are just gonna be outright just nasty to you. In fact, mostly recently, I think it was just 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was one bot channel. I think it was a bot channel or a fake channel. Just one streamer, just not. I don't think he's a streamer. I think it was just a new thing created, a new channel created. Just came into my stream, said, "Don't follow this N word. Join this watch my this stream," like that. You're gonna get some nasty people. This has happened to quite a lot of streamers, and yeah, the most natural reaction would be to lash out or be angry, or just, that basically your natural reaction would be obviously to retaliate. So that, again, when you're mostly bigger, you're gonna get people who are gonna come into your stream, and again, not all trolls is a good troll. Some are just out there to just damage you. So you have to remain in control. That's another thing you have to
Yeah.
try and watch out for. You always have to try and maintain control if you can.
Well, and
So.
what I really like about what I've seen on D Live, which is nice, is if you, let's say you get somebody like that comes into your chat,
Mhm.
um, D Live has their own Discord server, and they highly encourage you to be a part of that, because there's always a guardian online or a staff member or somebody that can address that and remove that person from not only your channel but the server, the D Live entirely, because according to the terms of service, we do not allow hate speech or cyberbullying of any sort. And
Mhm.
it's up to the us as streamers to moderate our channels and to help the staff. So if somebody like that comes into your channel and they're unpleasant, you can petition staff member to look at it. Take a screenshot, really helps, of the chat conversation, post it
Mhm.
in Discord in a private direct message to one of the staff, and trust me, they're going to handle it, and they're going to handle it quick.
Yes.
So that's nice.
'Cause-
So like you said, remain calm, don't react, because that's all they're trying to do is get a reaction out of you, and
Mhm.
have the last laugh by having them removed from the platform.
Mhm. That's true. Cause and keep in mind, you're gonna, even if you're when you're bigger, you're gonna get that a bit more constantly. So
Mhm.
I'd recommend, prepare that screenshot, man. Just prepare that print screen, man. Just prepare it,
Well,
because you're
and
old. Mhm.
I was going to say, and moderators, channel moderators are a great way to help you with that.
Yes, I mean, yes, a lot of moderators, especially people I stream with or I've at least had a strong conversation with. I just make them moderators, or and then when we're engaging in a game together, or when we're just chatting together, or when we're streaming together, mostly, we just help each other out by watching. In fact, what we used to do, D Live, I'm not sure if we still do it now, is that we used to tab up, like have different tabs of D live streamer. So if we're streaming with like 5 or 6 different people, we will have like all the, like, one tab there, one tab there, one tab there, and while we're streaming, we'll be moderating, everything. That's what we used to do. I think back in the early days. I'm not sure if we still do it now. Have you ever tried it, Joe?
Yeah, and sometimes that works pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I found some games you can't tab out of without the game crashing.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that's an issue. Really, I would say if you're trying to stream, it's better to let channel moderators handle moderating others' channels, because like it's something that if you've never streamed before, you wouldn't know, is not only are we, I mean, obviously you know this, Omega, this is more for the listeners, but you not only are you gaming, right, you're also running OBS. You're
OB.
also, yeah, you're running your whatever your software is. You're running whatever your game is. You're running D Live. You're keeping up with chat. Like we already have enough to do.
I know, and it taxes your PC especially.
Yeah, it
Compared
taxes your brain too.
Yeah, that was another issue. Another beautiful thing about being a streamer, you are also gonna run into issues. There is no one day that when you start streaming, there's not some
Yeah.
kind of bug where you're forced to restart your PC. Or my personal favorite, use the hammer, ding, fixes it. Oh man,
Yeah,
you're
you're
yeah, sorry,
right. Don't be frustrated if OBS crashes, if D Live crashes, if your game crashes, like that's all part of streaming.
yeah, even PC, literally, in fact, when I started streaming my games early on D Live, I realized that after an hour of streaming, my PC would just give me the blue screen of death. Literally every single hour, it enraged me every single time. Especially when I had someone come and host me like Crazy Man Gaming. He just came and hosted me with 45 viewers. I was like, damn, okay, I'm getting ice cream. I was like, and then all of a sudden, blue screen. I'm like, I went insane, man. I went insane. It wasn't until later I found out how to fix it. It was basically just turn down my resolution, my 4K resolution,
Right, right.
1080. So I was like, that's what I had to do, and then I could start streaming like normal. So you are gonna get those enraged moments, man. It is common. Every streamer that I've played with, I've always had an issue with the PC. This is also a natural part of
Well, and it
the
could
process.
be little things like I was having my computer would freeze up and all my screens would lock, right? And I couldn't figure out what it was. It was the vents, the air vents in the front of my computer had been clogged with dust over a period of months, and the computer was overheating. So
Mm-hmm.
I got a little paintbrush, which I keep right here next to the desk, and now at least once a week I brush off the vents for the computer so it doesn't overheat, and I haven't had that problem since.
Oh.
So it's all these little things
Uh-huh.
you'll find out, in your environment, your computer,
Yes,
your
and
hardware, your software.
yes, and also as a streamer, there's also another little thing I want to point out, or basically as a computer user in general, you have to try and improve your ability to troubleshoot. So this is one thing you're just going. This is more of a life lesson though, but you're definitely gonna run into problems when you're a streamer, or if you're recording a video, or making anything you're doing on the PC, gaming or whatever. There's always gonna be an error. There's always gonna be something. Your ability to troubleshoot, you always have to try and develop that skill, because this is something that most I think for the most part most gamers run into, like the Xbox, the Red Ring of Death, PS4. Your ability to fix things, that's also going to be a value. So if you're serious also about being a streamer, and other people are also going to run into problems as well, your ability to troubleshoot is going to be a very very valuable skill to have. So yeah, again, you're always going to run into trouble. I always recommend what I do is normally just type in the trouble on Google or just YouTube. No
Hmm.
more often than not, there's a tutorial on how to fix it, and then once you know how to fix it, boom, it's fixed, done. And another thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't try, don't try to improve something too much. Because one thing I realized is that when I was also using an emulators, to stream my games, I just tried to upscale my resolution, everything. Simply put, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it works, ignore any other thing. Just if it works, it works. So that's another thing you're gonna find while you're streaming.
Actually,
Um,
you're not the first guest to say that either.
if it works, it works.
There's enough things to worry about that if it's working, leave it alone.
Leave it.
Yep,
That's the
yep.
code. That's the
So,
code.
I normally I like to ask this question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but do you mind sharing your first name?
Calvin.
Calvin, C or K?
See.
Calvin.
Hmm.
Okay, Calvin. Okay, and also, where in the world are you streaming from?
United Kingdom.
Oh, nice. I mean, I heard a bit of that in your accent, but you don't have a very strong accent at all.
Of UK.
Right,
UK
right.
accent.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that trips people up. When I'm streaming, I always do voice impressions a lot of the time. Like, sometimes I'll be talking in American, sometimes I'll be talking in Indian. Oh, I'm speaking Indian, right? Oh, I'm doing my Mickey Mouse voice. I mean, a lot of people always, well, they say I have a good voice, but I say it's just me just overacting or just try to practice my speech because I literally suck at speaking for the most part. So yeah, I'm originally from I was born in the United Kingdom, but I'm actually my parents are from Nigeria, Africa,
Mm.
that part. So yeah, I lived there for mostly early times of my life. I was mostly brought up in the United Kingdom, United Kingdom. So that's where most of my grown up life is. But I have traveled down to America to other countries, mostly during holidays.
Mm.
But I was mostly brought up in the United Kingdom, and yeah, I'm kind of a weird dude. I just don't stick to one language. One
Nah, weird. I
language.
wouldn't say weird. I'd say interesting.
But that's me. I've always been more of a gray guy, a contrast. As in, I'm not always good. I'm not always bad. I'm always kind of an in between guy. I've always been uh gray to say. I always try to do good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah,
I think we
I'm.
should change your name to Omega the Gray.
No, man, I don't want to be having gray hair everywhere, man.
Hey, easy. Hey, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with a little bit of gray.
Oh, come on, man. Super Saiyan yellow. Yes, but great. No, I'm good, man.
Hey, it happens. Don't worry. You just wait another 20 years.
I'm loving that beautiful beard of yours.
Thank you,
Keep it
thank you.
going.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. And the more I let it go, the more white it's turning white. I don't know. It's skipping gray and going straight to white.
Bro, you want to be religious?
I
You want the white?
apparently it's gonna be Aloha the White here in a minute.
Funny enough, I'm actually trying to grow a heavy beard, but it just won't get any bigger than it is now. Because man, I've been trying to like grow an afro, but well, family always bribes me with a beautiful body to just come off my hair. I was like, no, I want to grow an afro. No, okay, how about good 500 pounds? Like, okay, you know what? Okay, I'll take this price. But yeah, that's just one of my life experiences. Well,
You know,
man, beard.
I didn't have a beard when I started on streaming.
You didn't.
No, when I started streaming, well, I came to D Live January
Uh-huh.
of 2019, and I started growing my beard January 2019.
Uh-huh.
So
20.
this is how long I've been on D Live. This long.
Wow, you started away January 2019.
Uh, well, I started streaming March 1st, 2019, but I moved to D Live with Zonda in January. And that's when I
January.
started the beard was January. So if you watch, there's 41. I think you'll be number 41 Fireside Chats starting in April. And you can watch my beard grow as the as the Fireside Chats progress.
Oh damn. I
Yep.
never realized. I thought you always had that beard because I've never been able to grow it that big. Man has been trying to get dreadlocks, but damn, it's
I think it's just it comes down to heredity, if you can or can't grow a beard. But also I've noticed it I take a multivitamin and my beard, my hair, my fingernails grow much, much faster when I'm getting the appropriate micronutrients.
oh wow, those nutrients.
Yeah, there's a lot of like micro minerals and metals that you need that we don't normally get in our diets anymore. And the
Okay.
vitamins make, I mean, I'm talking night and day difference in the speed that your nails and hair grow.
Wow. What about the hair and the balls? The hairy. I don't want those
Wait,
two.
what? Hey, we're not X tag, mate. All right, and shave that shit. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, man. I'm
No,
like, I'm
no,
just.
no, no, no. We're gonna talk. Let it. We're like, we can talk about that off stream if you need some advice. But
Never talk about the hardware. I get it.
no, we talk about the hardware all the time. Just when we're X tagged.
X-rated, man.
Oh my
X-rated.
god. Oh shit. I don't even know where to go from there. Oh,
So should we come back to the D Live upcoming streams?
well, yes, yes, yes. Let's go back to talking about streaming.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did you had any more questions? You said you wrote down
I did. We've gone through them. Actually, guys, if you're in the chat and you're listening and you have a direct question for Omega, by all means, go ahead and put it in chat. But Omega, is there something that you want to tell people, like about yourself? Do you have family, kids, a favorite dog, a job? Like what?
okay. What I want to tell people. Nope. The man is single right now. Currently searching for a woman to breed with. I am so alone, and I.
Wait, did you say a woman to breed with? What the fuck, Omega?
I'm trolling right now. I'm just trying to troll.
It's working. It's working.
Okay, man. So right now, yep, not single, bro.
Single,
Okay,
okay, single,
okay,
boisterous. He's
single.
boisterous. He's got a good singing voice. He's got some dance moves. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to work with a company called what was it called? What was it? Yeah, it was Maplins actually. So yeah, I was originally working while I was streaming, but this was like before D Live. Long story short, they started paying us less. I got tired of working there, and luckily that was just slightly after I finished university. And my dad, stepdad, who currently living with, um, was basically well helping the family, and I wanted to help him with work, but obviously they were paying less. He moved to another job. They didn't want to accept a partner, like two people working.
Hmm.
So while I was at home, I was searching also to be a content creator, etc. Found D Live, decided to focus more on D Live, which brings up another interesting point. Actually, one streamer also mentioned that well, if you want to compare D Live to Twitch or something, and let's say if you're a big Twitch streamer, or at least one of the biggest ones, like well, I won't say Ninja, like Tifu, is it Tifu? Well, basically one of the big streamers. A lot of them, well, at least the streamer said, you won't. It's harder for you to do D Live full time compared to Twitch. At least when you're in the top area, because if you're a streamer on Twitch, obviously you can be doing that full time, but this streamer particularly, I don't want to go into too much detail, said compared to Twitch, D Live, you won't be able to do it as full time, as LT Zonda did mention that when this new update comes the 25th, that he wanted to stake half of it into the locked points and half of it into crypto, into Bitcoin, and it comes back to what I was saying about um basically doing D Life full time. Making it doing it so that you can literally fully focus on streaming as a job. Um,
Well, I mean, it is possible, but the thing about D Live that people need to understand is it is a newer platform. It has been
True.
under testnet. We're still going to mainnet. Mainnet 2.0 is already planned for next year. I think third quarter. I mean, that's the thing is this is a massive idea that's being built a piece at a time, brick by brick, and they're taking their time with it because if you get really big and have a problem, it's much harder to fix that problem than if you fix it while you're small. So
Mhm.
D Live's focus was on quality and building a quality platform with a quality blockchain and do it slowly and make all the mistakes now, right?
Mhm.
And learn all the lessons now. Like you said, you can only learn from your mistakes, right? So not your successes. So we've done that here. And what's great is we're now, for those of us that have been here for a while like yourself, our patience is now going to be paid off. But again, like bringing PewDiePie, I think they increased the traffic to the site like 40% in 2 months, something like
Yeah.
it was a big number. It could have been as much as 60, I forget, but what for argument's sake, we'll say 50% increase in traffic in 2 months just by bringing PewDiePie over.
Mhm.
So obviously there's moves and there's business plans to increase the traffic and the exposure, right, and the viewership. But right now, you're right. It's a fraction of what the larger companies are, but it's because it's new and because it's revolutionary, right? The people are scared of change. A lot of folks are, but really,
Mhm.
change is the only constant in the
Constant thing. You can't
yes.
stop change. You can't stop it. So you always have to try and evolve or get with the times, as they say.
But
Uh,
let's use Zonda as an example though. He
mhm,
to stream full time, he actually saved up enough money working to pay his bills for 3 months and said, I know I could pay my bills the next 3 months no matter what happens as a live streamer. I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna put all my energy into live streaming every day and see if it pays off. Right? He didn't just quit his job and start live streaming full time and hope it worked out, right?
mhm,
So I would encourage you, if you're a new streamer or you want to start streaming, don't quit your day job, right? Not yet. Take your time, let DLive grow, let DLive build its user base, but stream. Stream as a hobby, stream on the weekend, stream 1 day a week. Get
mhm.
used to it, right?
Time. Mhm,
Start getting involved, start making the moves, but understand that if you want to stream full time and pay your bills with it, that's going to take some time.
mhm. That's true because you got to build the audience, you know. And there's also I forgot what I was just about to say. You made a good point about streaming. Uh, come back to me. But yes, as it will come back to me. But yes, you're absolutely right. It takes time for it to grow. It takes time for you to grow. I mean, every big streamer that's ever big on any streaming platform, they took their time. They grew slowly. They didn't just become successful overnight. I mean, they had one good day which blew them up. Yes, but again, they started small. Uh, even I don't want to use this example. Jack Black, when he came to YouTube, he was already a successful actor, but because again he started small as well as an actor. When he came to YouTube, people already knew who he was. So again, it takes time for you to grow. You know,
Did
you can't
hey,
always rush it.
speaking of Jack Black,
Hmm.
Jack Black streamed on DLive
Live.
with
Hmm.
PewDiePie playing Minecraft.
With feuds.
What a small world to like that would happen ever. What are the odds, right? Because I love Tenacious D and him and his brother and what they've done over the years with music. And the School of Rock, one of my favorite movies ever.
I
I'm
love it.
serious. I
I love it. I
love
love
School of Rock. I love that encouraging children and inspiring children is important. Is very important, especially with music.
music. Yes.
Very important. So I mean I'm a huge fan of Jack Black. So when he came to D Live, I was floored. I was stoked, excited, right? And that's what I'm saying. That's what's so fun about live streaming and about D Live and about where we're at right now in history.
Mhm.
The money moving to crypto, moving to decentralization. People are
Decentralization. Mhm.
people are
Yes.
tired of the same 100 people having 98% of the money. Um, the content creation, moving towards us owning our content, moving towards us controlling the direction of the company that we're using to live stream. I mean, this whole thing is so new
Mhm.
that we're the lucky ones. I feel we're here. We saw it before it was anything. We got involved before it was anything. We helped create what's here now.
Mhm.
I only see good times ahead. And to cover all my bases. Let's say D Live doesn't work out. Let's say Lino doesn't work out. So
Mhm.
what do I care? I'm gonna find somewhere else to do what I'm doing, right? Like I'm just
Mhm.
gonna keep going. I'm just gonna try again, just like you have. Look at how many platforms that you streamed on before you found D Live,
Mhm.
right? So
Oh.
don't
Mhm.
tie your like. Look at Zonda. Zonda had damn near 500,000 followers on Twitch,
Twitch.
and
Yes.
came over and ended up starting over on D Live. That's right. Omega is a badass. Somebody in chat just
Speaking
said,
of,
Omega, you look like a badass. He is a
yeah,
badass. Why do you
is
think he's on
Master
this show? Like, it's two
is Master
bearded dudes. That's right. That's right. That's how
You
you
know I'm
know.
gonna stab you later. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I just remembered. It was coming back to what you said about income, about the day job and not quitting your day job. I wanted to point out to a lot of things that I always like to mention to. It's mostly for people who mostly struggle with income. To keep it simple, there are literally three ways you can earn income. This is something I also learned as well. This is more of a life lesson rather than a stream lesson, but oh, not stream lesson. This is more of a life lesson to say. There are three ways to earn income. The first way is the most common way that we all know is basically you go and get a job. You basically trade your time for money. When you're working on something, you basically get something in return. That's basically trading your time for money. That's active income. Is when you basically go to a job. This is the most common one, as we all know, is getting a job. The second type of income is another. This one I think is not really commonly talked about. It's called passive income, or in other words, cash flow. This one is slightly different. Actually, no, this one is similar to the D Live lock points. I think I'll use this
Mm-hmm.
as an example.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, when you locked your points, basically you earn income for not doing much. Basically, like if you create something and that something brings in money, and you can earn that money without pretty much doing anything. That's passive income, or in other words, cash flow. Money is flowing in. So this was something I also preached about with other streamers who are asking me, or in the topic of money, that if you can build as much passive income as possible, this is actually what the rich do. What they do is that they build as much passive income as possible, and what they do is that passive income itself, it can end up covering the expensive, the taxes, the bills, etc., etc. So I always recommend when it comes to the subject of money, always try and build your passive income sources. And D life can be one source. There could be another source of passive income, even real estate. If you own a building and you rent it out, and that person's constantly paying you, that's another example. Passive income basically is when money is flowing in like water. So
Mm-hmm.
I always stress about building that. The third type of income, this one is actually the biggest one, which one is very difficult to do because good good lord, so many people in history have done it. It's called portfolio income. Generally what this means is when you create something and everybody wants it, like a computer or a car. Who's the person who made the computer, who's the person who made the car. Everything that we see today in modern technology, basically you, the person who created it, and everybody wants it. That's another source of income. So when your portfolio, or when you sell it to somebody, or when you just distribute it out, Kentucky, brands, whatever it may be, um basically your portfolio, what it is, that's another way to also earn money. So in other words, the desktop or Microsoft or Windows, how much is Windows making there? How much, the multi-billion dollar company, that's portfolio income. When you create something that everybody wants, your grandchildren's grandchildren will have to work the rest of the day in your life, man. That's where the big money is. So what I always say to those small streamers is that while you're also streaming, also try and this is more of a business perspective, always try to build your passive income as well as keeping your active income, because let me tell you right now, in every job that you do, I think this can vary depending on which country you live, how much taxes get paid. Basically when you work, half of it goes to taxes, half of it goes to the government, and the other half goes to you. It might be different in each country, but basically when you trade your time for money and active, when you're doing an active job, what happens when you stop working, or what happens if you get fired, or what happens if something happens,
Mm-hmm.
you know income stops flowing in. So that is why I always stress about building passive income. Always try to have a steady cash flow of money coming in. Something similar to YouTube back in the day. You could just create a video and then money will just come in from the views. Man, if people were just watching it,
Mm-hmm.
you just get the views. Like PewDiePie. How's he so rich? Passive income. People are watching his videos. And he's like a multi-million-dollar dude. You basically you can build your life through passive income. Or cash flow. In other words, monopoly. That's another way you can be earning money is always by building passive income, and D Live is also one source. PewDiePie, yes, PewDiePie, brother Pewds, you know what it is. So that's how he does it. He also uses passive income and also portfolio income. When you're selling your own shirts, something that you own, or when you sell your own music, something that you own.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a portfolio. It's your own portfolio. You can also be selling that, and no matter where it is, the money always comes back to you. So basically, it's only mostly through passive or portfolio is how the rich get richer, and
Mm-hmm.
whereas with active income, well, the you're practically stuck to a job. No matter how high paying it is, you're always going to be trading your time for money. That's why you I won't say you will never be rich through active income, because I don't want to discourage
Well,
anybody.
that's a pretty accurate statement, though. If you have to work for your money, you're gonna stay poor.
You're going to stay poor, pretty much.
You
Yeah.
have to have your money work for you, and like you said, have multiple streams of passive income. Like for me, obviously, I have my retirement from my medical, but I am also an author. And one of the reasons I decided to start producing books is because if I write a book and put it online for sale, I don't have to write a new copy every time I sell one. I don't have to do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a passive income from audiobooks, from Kindle books, from paperback, right? These little things, like you said, I have a passive income from locked in Lino points. I have
Mm-hmm.
I have an active income from streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
From
That's the job.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
difference. So you're right. It's and the other thing too, guys, it's very important why Mega's making such a great point now, passive income. If you're a streamer and you've been a streamer for any length of time, during the summer season, your donations are going to slow down, your views are going to slow down because people are out of the house. People are busy, people are doing stuff, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
not sitting out winter time, it's colder, people are in the house more, they're going to be consuming entertainment more.
Life
Um,
happens.
yeah, so make sure to, if you are streaming and you have a great month, don't go spend all that money. Put some of the money away because you're going to also have slow months.
Hmm. You're always gonna have. You're always. In fact, it's a guarantee that you're always gonna have slow days. Like everybody who's subscribed to you or is following you, they're not always gonna come back to your follower. They're not always gonna come back to your stream. They're gonna check out other people, and you are gonna get those slow days. So yes, coming back to what I was saying earlier about passive income, again, this is more of a life lesson. Is that if you want to build your dreams, either build it through passive or portfolio income. That's how many bigger YouTubers, as well as content creators and streamers, do it today. In fact, why do you think so many big streamers always sponsor or always give out their merch? Because it is something that belongs to them. That's their portfolio, and when people buy their portfolio, they earn money. So in other words, try and build your dreams through passive income. That's a life lesson on becoming rich. Because if I'm to be honest, you're never gonna be rich just working a job. I mean, no matter how high paying it is, you're never gonna get rich. Even CEOs or big people in top companies, if you're not the owner of that company, and if the income is not coming to your stream, whether the company goes down or not, goes like out of business, as long as you're the owner and money is constantly flowing in, that's how you should build your dreams. Money should be constantly be flowing in. That's how you should be earning your income. You shouldn't if you're trading your time for money, you're just never going to be rich. There's always going to be there's something's always going to happen. Like streaming, are you going to be doing streaming forever? Of course not. There might be other things you want to do. You might want to travel. You might want to, spend time with family. But if you stop streaming and people leave and go and find other streamers, which is a constant. This constantly happens. And what happens when you want to get back into streamers, and then you don't want to, spend all your time building up all your audience. So again, this is more of a life lesson thing. Always build your dreams through passive or portfolio income. That's one of the advice I like to give to my viewers as well. So, and just another quick a quick little lesson I've also learned. Anything that puts money in your pocket is an asset. Not counting jobs, but anything that puts money in your pocket is an asset.
You mean
Or anything that
like a sugar daddy?
uh a sugar daddy, if he puts money in your pocket for free, you better make sure you keep it. As long as it's free, man. So but yeah, coming back to what I was saying. Anything that puts money in your pocket is an asset. Why? That's why they call cryptos assets.
I'm just saying, you kind of have that sugar daddy persona. You just look like you could be a sugar daddy.
Man needs them, man. Man with those checks. I'm single right
I mean, I'm not. My girlfriend's in the chat, so I
now.
I can't say
Let
too
me know.
much. Yeah,
Let me know.
we'll talk later.
Okay. All right. So yeah, just a quick yeah, let me just finish the quote. Yeah, anything that takes money out of your pocket is a liability. With the exception of food and some necessities, anything that takes money out of your pocket is basically a liability. So like
Hmm.
a house, probably bills, taxes, yeah,
Vehicles.
vehicles, yeah, anything that basically takes money out of your pocket, liability. Anything that puts money in your pocket is an asset. That's why cryptos are called assets, because it's actual money, and nowadays there's some websites that give out free crypto, which is another way of saying it's free money. So that's another quick lesson. And yeah, I always try to stress out, if you're going to at least going to more of the crypto. Oh, good lord, let not get distracted. Man, I'm too easily distracted, man. So anything. Oh god damn it! I lost my train of thought.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Ah,
Hey, so I want to say something to you, Omega. I have
yeah,
not seen you drink any water, and we've been online for 2 hours.
yeah, that's years of talking my mouth off like a penguin, man.
I want to, well, something, I'm only saying that out loud because,
Hmm.
guys, it's incredibly important if you're a streamer to hydrate properly.
Drink,
Drink,
drink. I always have my G Fuel, man.
well, regardless, you have to hydrate, you have to eat, you have to take care of yourself. I know plenty of streamers doing 8, 12, 24-hour streams, and you don't see them drink, and you don't see them eat, and you don't see them get up and stretch. It's very
Mhm.
important to take care of your physical form, and if you don't, it's going to give up on you, and you're not going to be able to stream. So just make sure to take care of yourself, guys.
Yes, and take care of yourself. That means
I mean,
don't eat too much like me,
look,
but
I keep literally a Brita water filter right here next to me the whole time. Every time I stream before I start, I fill up this Brita water filter.
hmm what I do is I normally have one big 2 liter jug. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have one big 2 liter jug, fill it up in a bottle of water, put it in a soda machine, make the water sparkling water, put G Fuel, and then boom,
Oh,
have my fizzy. Yeah, that's a little clever trick I did to make my own fizzy drink while I'm also streaming. So if you haven't heard, you know what G Fuel is?
I have heard of the name, but I don't know. I've never used it. It's like X Gamer or anything, right? It's an energy drink for concentration.
Similar, yeah, but I see it more as an energy drink. So basically, what it is that what you do is that you pour water, and then you pour the powder of the G Fuel, and then you shake it together, and it's basically like a fizzy drink, or at least the taste of it is like a fizzy drink. So it's like you're drinking Coke, it's like you're drinking Fanta. But what I normally do is that I put CO2 in the water, so I use the soda streamer, in other words, but you can just use normal CO2. I just make the water just bubbly or fizzy, and then I put the powder or the G Fuel over it, and then boom, it's a fizzy drink, and for a
Makes
cheap
sense.
price as well.
Uh,
Yeah, it's for.
are you
Mhm.
sponsored by G Fuel?
Nope. I only
You should be. You should reach out to them.
I know I should, but oh, that's another thing. Affiliates as well. You just reminded me. Affiliates is also another way to also earn passive income as well. When you like when it comes to sponsors, and if people click on your link, I'm pretty sure you've also experienced this. You know how people like to give out affiliate links, and then when they buy and when they buy stuff, that's also another form of passive income. Money's flowing to you. You get the clicks. You know, there are many different ways to earn it. Passive income. There are many different ways to earn it. Gaming obviously is one of many ways, but there's many different ways to earn it. But not just on crypto, but also with fiat as well, fiat currency. So yeah, always yeah, do you feel please sponsor? Oh man, I'm so distracted. But anyway, that's another quick point I wanted to point out. So yeah, that's hopefully that helps out most of the small streamers. You know, because one thing I have learned is that if you want to live the life of your dreams, you can't do it just relying on the job. So always try to build your.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm distracting Omega in chat.
You're trolling me, man.
Squirrel, squirrel.
Ah, my
That's
days,
amazing.
man.
That's amazing.
Man, the dance. So close. Oh my days, man. Oh, this is so much fun.
So okay, so guys, if you want to watch Mr. Omega stream, can you tell us what your streaming schedule is right now, buddy?
Oh, that one's gonna be tedious because well, my streaming schedule is actually normally from around 2, 3 o'clock noon nowadays to mostly midnight. But the tricky thing about you always have to have a schedule. Don't get me wrong, that's going to be important. You have to have a schedule. But with me recently now, if you haven't already, there is a site called BitTubers. I think I mentioned this earlier. It's basically a crypto version of YouTube. Well, what I've been doing is practically just moving my entire 1,400 videos from YouTube to BitTube. Because coming back to the issue with YouTube, if you haven't heard already, their channels getting demonetized, channels basically getting deleted. You know, channels well, pretty much being terminated for stupid reasons. If you haven't already, so what I've been doing, at least for the past few days, was I've been trying to move to different platforms. Such there was there's Library, there was Bitmove, oh yeah, and there was, but my main focus was on BitTube because what they do is quite unique. They you actually get paid crypto via watch time. So when you upload like a YouTube video, not only does the content creator get paid 70%, but the viewer themselves, they actually earn when they're watching videos from the content
Wow.
creator. Yeah, so it's like 20%. So 70% goes to the content creator, 20% goes to the viewer, the last 10% goes back to the BitTube platform.
You had me at hello. All right, hold on. BitTube. Now I got
BitTube.
it because I watch YouTube every day. I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you. So the
Hmm.
the idea that I can, because see, I would never be a creator on BitTube because I don't like the idea that the videos disappear, right?
Hmm.
But I would definitely be a viewer because I like the same thing with D Live and what they're trying to work out is you earn passive income while watching entertainment.
Hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, because by the way, just a quick caveat, the site was originally called BitTube, but then they moved to a site called BitTubers. So just a little quick caveat there.
Ooh,
The
ooh.
site is actually called BitTubers, yeah, .com. So BitTube right now, it was their original platform, but it was a bit slow. They were using the IPFS networks to store videos, but they've now pretty much updated. They've basically created a new website, and they're called BitTubers, and now you can move all your old videos from there to that because that's where they're gonna mostly be focused on. Because
Okay.
yeah, it's called BitTubers. Although I prefer the name BitTube, I'm gonna chat to them on Discord. Say when you take down their website, you might want to change the title to BitTubers, BitTube instead of BitTubers. So that's just a little caveat. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, you actually earn crypto called tubes, a legit crypto, and you can also live stream there, but that's a different topic. Don't want to get
Hmm.
into that. So what it is that when you're watching like a YouTube video or any video on YouTube, the viewer themselves also get paid as well. So this could also serve as a value, you know, for when you're a content creator. So what they've done now with BitTube is that they've tried to combine like as like a social media platform like Reddit, Twitter, Facebook. They tried to basically make it all in one platform. Like
Mm.
where's a video is a video platform as well as a a Twitter, is also a Reddit, is also an Instagram. They just make it all into one, except is the crypto is decentralized. You don't have to worry about the scene core. No, not the scene core. Sorry, the you don't have to worry about the oh man, how can I forget a simple word? What's it called?
I do it all the time.
Oh my god, how can I forget restrictions? It
All
was
right,
what was the word?
can I stop you?
Yeah, sure, sure.
D Live.
Hmm.
Let's talk about D Live.
All right, D Live.
So your schedule most days 2 to 3 in the afternoon till about midnight. That's UK in the UK. What's that
You
time zone called? That where you are?
BST, I think, British Pacific. No, BPS, BT. It's
He
British. I
doesn't.
know it
He
begins with
doesn't
BT.
know.
Let me type it. Let me check it.
UK.
BTS,
He's in the UK.
UK,
So
United Kingdom,
2 to 3 p.m. to midnight during the week.
British Pacific time.
Um,
BET.
what do you prefer to stream these days?
Nowadays I wanted to finish off Borderlands, but normally these days when I play with people, uh, no pun intended. That's another thing people just keep calling me out on.
You can't
Uh,
stream that, but I'm not on
yeah,
D Live.
yeah. Nowadays when I'm streaming with people, it's mostly multiplayer games such as Call of Duty Mobile. I streamed that with LT Zonda. Realm Royale. I also streamed that with Mo, but that was another question I was gonna answer. What happened to him? There was also Apex. There's also Paladins. I also play Paladins. I also play. Oh, good lord! I actually have a big list.
So I think the word would be variety. You're a variety streamer.
Yeah, I'm a variety streamer. Although I personally prefer any game that's free to play and I can play
Hmm.
with anybody. Yeah, I'm a variety streamer. Yep, I play PUBG Lite. Yes. If you haven't heard already, PUBG Lite is now available in the United Kingdom and several other countries. So you can now play PUBG Lite is
What's
much
the
is much.
what's the difference between PUBG and PUBG Lite?
The difference is PUBG Lite is actually a more watered down version of PUBG because there were some high end PC that couldn't handle playing PUBG while streaming at the same
Oh, I
time.
see what you mean.
Yeah, so coming back to that talk about OBS, you
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah. So PUBG Lite is basically like a more watered down version, except it's so much smoother. You still have the beautiful graphics if you choose to upgrade it, but you don't have to worry about that stutter that
Well,
most streamers face.
something that I think a lot of streamers may not realize is most of your viewers are going to be on a mobile platform. And what
Yes.
that means is they're going to have bandwidth restrictions. So if
Hmm.
you're trying to stream in true 4K and give everybody the, full view, they're going to get a black screen. They're not going to load it. It's going to be too much. And so
Hmm.
this keep in mind, and even Omega said he ran into that with his computer overheating. There is a minimum that you want to stream at, but there's definitely also a maximum. And it's
Yes.
got nothing to do with your equipment's ability to handle it or not. It's got to do with whether your viewers can watch you or not.
Hmm. Which is another thing I wanted to bring out. I always recommend streaming at 720, never at high resolutions. Just stream at least HD 720, but just high frame rate. That's what I'd just recommend. Because when you're playing some high end games, most of the times, sometimes depending on the game, the computer won't be able to handle it, and you
Mm-hmm.
will see those stutters when you're using OBS, especially when you're using OBS. And that's another thing I wanted to point out. If you're streaming, I've noticed many people they always tend to use Streamlabs OBS. I would say stick to normal OBS Studio or at least
Yeah,
official OBS because Streamlabs OBS uses way too much resources in terms of
absolutely.
the desk space. Yeah,
Yeah, and
whereas
I'm an OBS studio guy too.
yeah, because you do not want to use it is better and it's easier to use, granted, but it uses a lot more resources.
Mm-hmm.
So I would recommend either you stick to Streamlabs OBS. No, sorry, not Streamlabs. Sorry, normal OBS Studio or just vanilla OBS. If you don't, if you're not worried about putting all the pretty stuff on
Well,
your
something that
streaming.
I learned with my computer too is I went with like 32 gigs of RAM and a good processor and all this, and I thought I was doing well. Then I would try to play games with like Arc or Atlas or something with an ocean, something with a lot of ground cover, and
Yeah,
it would crash. And what I realized is I had a 4 gig video card. I needed an 8 gig video
8 gig.
card.
Yes.
Yes, and I bought a used, not a used, an older Radeon style 8 gig graphics card, and it was like $100. Where a lot of 8 gig video cards are five, six, seven, or $100 or more. So 500 pounds or more you could spend easy, or you could spend like 80 pounds and get the same result.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think you can't upgrade to 8 gig because they're a lot of money. They're not all a lot of money. And my 2 year old, it's a brand new 8 gig video card, but it's like a 2 year old design. So it's a fraction of the price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing that it comes back to the console gaming and PC gaming. The console wars basically when I think this mostly applies to kids though, because I've also noticed a lot of kids like to complain why you should play on a console, but that's an entirely different topic.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
console versus PC, it's streaming is honestly that just comes down to your personal preference.
hmm
Can you be entertaining? That's the answer. Or the question, really.
Yes, for a streamer, it's best for you to be at least entertaining or engage with your audience.
Right.
Make sure always number one thing is that always engage with your audience, because I've noticed again so many times where some streamers, even though when they're streaming they do not like talk to the chat, which sometimes they can be distracted, so that's quite understandable, but it's when they read it and they don't talk or talk back, those people it's going to be harder to connect with. So again, I always recommend engaging with your audience.
Absolutely. 100%. And this idea, we've talked about this on other podcasts, but the idea of networking and right is very important. However, I want to say again, networking means you're going in to meet other people and see what they're up to, not you're going into other people's channels to tell them about yourself,
hmm
right? Hey, I'm a streamer. We don't care. Right?
Yes.
Like,
No, I call those advertisings.
yeah,
Advertising.
exactly. That's the difference. There's a
Yeah.
difference between advertising and networking. And make sure
Yeah.
that you guys understand that. Networking is making friends. Networking is seeing what other people are doing, right? It is not talking about yourself.
hmm That's another thing. This upsets many streamers. Unless you have the specific permission, never advertise. Never advertise.
Well, and like I've heard plenty of people say, and I've said it. If you come into my channel and you're engaging and you're talking about what I'm doing and you're talking about what I'm talking about, and I notice, especially if you got a check mark next to your name, like, oh, you're a streamer, that's awesome. And let me check you out. And I'm gonna go to your channel, probably without even telling you that I'm doing it. And I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna see what you're up to. I'm gonna see if you're somebody that I can bring into my circle. And for me personally on D Live, I'm going to see maybe if you're going to be a good guest for this show, right? Because I want other people on D Live that are promoting the platform and that are trying to share that love and community.
hmm Share that D love, man. Share that D love. No homo. Share that D love.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So
Uh,
so guys, we've been going over 2 hours already, Omega. I don't know if you realize
ooh, man.
that.
I've been having too much fun, man.
And there's no such thing, by the way. But if you guys have questions for either one of us, by all means, throw them into chat. It's great to see, all these verified partners and all these viewers coming and going. I really appreciate all the support and the love. And Omega, what I'm still trying to figure out is how in the hell did I not know about you for all this time? I don't
Um,
know. Like, how does that happen?
how could it be? Maybe because I don't know. I'm very creepy. I don't know. I
No,
can't
no, no,
say.
no.
What
So,
was
yeah, go ahead,
uh,
go ahead. You can read it out
uh,
loud. Go ahead.
okay? What was your worst experience that you ever had while streaming? Oh, 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 oh. The Elder Gainsman. Damn, that is a strong question. What is the worst experience that I've ever had while streaming? In fact, I think I mentioned that actually when I was talking. Was that blue screen of death? Good lord! And then it would take me 5 years just to get that content from
Yeah,
just
getting
turn
a
it off.
mega host and then having your computer turn itself off.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you get a large host, man. That day I was crying, man. By the night time I was crying. When I was streaming, my PC basically gave me the blue screen of death, stream crashed. Of all the stream crashed, I'm like trying to get it on. The computer is taking like 5 years to call. You're banging on the thing. Damn. Oh my days. That day was gut wrenching. And then by the time it gets to the welcome screen, you find out there's a Windows update.
Oh
Oh
shit.
my god!
Oh.
I banged my head on the
Yeah,
wall.
that's when you just leave the house. You're just like, nope, done. I'm done.
Good lord, man.
By the way, just a tip for you guys listening. I've had my computer crash before like that. Go to your cell phone if you have one with the DLive app. You can still talk to your chat. Hey, sorry guys, computer crash. Give me a second to reboot. You know, whatever. Just a little tip for you guys.
Yeah, that's I didn't I fortunately didn't do that because I was obsessed with getting that computer. I was my head was just that was just oh my days.
So okay. So what about your best moment streaming?
When I'm talking to women.
I oh
I'm trolling. I'm trolling. My best moment is actually when uh it's actually more of a consistent it's basically when thousands of people just come in. There's a group of people talking together and we're basically raiding people. I think my best moment on D Live was when it was back in the days of D Lives of old, where there was like 500 or 600 people viewers. We were just going to we were going to streamer after streamer after streamer after streamer after streamer. We were just hosting, getting them all up to 200 followers. And me, I was like helping, donating. In fact, I think I was when me and Mole and there was also another streamer, which my brain unfortunately is malfunctioning. We were basically helping some of the early D Live content creators, reach that 200 threshold where you get 200 followers, we donate 2K, and then you lock it, then you're a verified partner, and then we were basically just helping people after just helping a lot of people. I think that was one of my best. One of the best days of D Life for me was when I was just going around helping people reach that goal, and
mm-hmm.
we ended up actually getting, I think, 10 to 11 people, pretty much all of them partnered. There was so many. There was I think there was Caroline, there was Sim, but no, Sim got in. There was Consul. There was so many people. Mostly there were low end streamers, like people who haven't reached the verified partner yet. We were
Mm-hmm.
just trying to, try and get them up. Just basically show the support, show the D love,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, many of us became close friends ever since. I also There was
Nice.
also one time I was also doing um some artwork for some streamers like Celine Gaming. I ended up doing like a little 3D logo for him, and then
Wait,
in
wait, wait,
exchange,
wait. Sandling Gaming?
Celine Gaming, yeah.
Do you
There was
know who he is in relation to who I am?
mm,
Did
could he be?
did you know there was a connection?
Is he your lover?
Well, we're
I'm joking. I'm joking.
we are very close. We've
Your
seen
best
each
friend.
other naked. How about that? But
I'll pay $12 to see that.
I'll put it into context for you. He's my 1 year older brother. He's my real
Oh,
life brother. Yeah.
He's your older brother.
Yeah, I have five brothers. Sandling Gaming is my 1 year older brother. Bad Doggy's also on D Live. He did all my overlays, my transitions, my graphics.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes. There
Sandlin's
was a
my
time.
brother. You know
Yeah,
what's crazy? I didn't realize you were the one that made Sandlin's the
3D
logos.
logo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the 3D thing. Yeah, that was me that made it. Literally.
That's cool. Look at that. Look how small this platform is. Look how small D Live is. I had no
Oh my
idea,
days.
man.
And I also
Yeah.
taught him how to use the green screen as well. When
Okay.
it wouldn't, when you wanted to get rid of all the green, I had to teach him how to do it through OBS.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Yes.
days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That's my 1 year older brother.
Wow, I didn't know.
Hmm.
Small world. I had
Actually,
no.
I live in Arkansas now because Sandlin lives in Arkansas, and I moved here to be closer to him.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah. As I was saying, there was a time where we were doing I had a plan for D Live where in fact it was actually selling that actually gave me the idea. Basically, he wanted a 3D logo done. I think it was during you were around during this time. Basically where we're trading graphic designs and to make our stream look pretty. I agreed to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the logo for at least like a Ninja Genie or two, and
Hmm.
then we'll plan on using it like kind of like a trading system. You
Yeah,
know,
and I actually followed Zonda as a viewer. I was only a viewer. I watched Zonda for a couple years on Twitch, and when he came to D Live, I followed him to be a moderator for him. And then my brother Sandlin, I got him to come over from Twitch once I showed him D Live,
mm,
showed him what it was like. Yeah,
nice small world. I had no idea.
yeah. See,
Ah,
we're already like it's the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I don't know if you know about that. 7 degrees of bacon. It's about like never mind. We won't even go into that. It's look it
when you
up.
said,
Look it
I,
up.
I'm thinking of Kevin Baker for some reason. Kevin Baker.
Bacon. No, no, bacon. It's a pork thing. No, don't look it up now. You're busy right now.
Wait. I'm just curious.
You're busy right now, Omega.
Okay. Let me go back
The
to D Live
seven
instead of.
degrees of Kevin Bacon. Don't worry, I can help you with that later.
Okay. Oh, man's gonna enjoy that later.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's a conspiracy theory. I see now. Here I am. I'm going to go into it. I'm not going into it. I'm not. I'm not. All right. So, in
Okay.
case you guys weren't here earlier, I'm going to upload this video to YouTube so you can watch it in its entirety. If you're already on YouTube watching it, well, then you already know. So, disregard that last point. But if you don't know about Omega, he is a streamer on DLive, DLive.tv. Yep, he's a dancer. He's I would say billionaire playboy. He's the most eligible bachelor in the UK, and you can catch him daily around 3 p.m. to midnight UK time, playing variety of games.
Any games, and you're free to join in, and we can play together. No pun intended. Once again.
Yes, Omega is very much about interacting and gameplay with other streamers and the audience. So if that's your thing and you like first person shooters, he's your new favorite streamer. And
Yep.
Rachel's been in here for the entire show and has been spamming ice creams the entire time to get the ice cream. Now,
Okay.
can you play the
Wait.
music on your side so you have
Let me see
your
if I can. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear through Discord. So
yeah, but
good lord.
as long as you can hear it.
Okay, hold on. Let me just quickly sound effects.
As long
I'm
as
pretty sure.
you can hear it.
Lists now. Mega Man. No, that's not it. In session. Hey, I'll play with you. No, that's not it. Smoke Dog.
Snoop
X-ray. No.
Snoop Dogg.
Man, I got some weird alerts. No, Via Khalifa. Yeah, Lemons. Body. Damn, where is it? Normal Day in America. Sweet 60. Oh my god, why? Man, these funny alerts. Oh, there was one time I actually had I think that was it right there. Untitled. Maybe it's this one. Untitled. That name entitled.
Rachel's got a Betty White dab sticker.
Look what I saved for you. Ah, fine. I'll do it for the browser.
Oh, I just gave Rachel 69 Lino.
69. I love it, man.
Luckily, that's my girlfriend.
Rachel.
Yeah,
Is your girlfriend?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Rachel
Oh, you
Rabble
had
Rouser.
Oh, there it is.
I did, but I'm happily divorced.
Wait. Did I hear that right? A rouser. Did I hear that right? What was that?
What? Rachel Rabble Rouser.
Rape. Damn.
Rabble. She's okay. She
Oh,
is.
here it is. Okay,
She's the
Rachel
fiddle
Rabble
player for the band Rowdy Souls that plays here on D Live. And that's her nickname in the band is Rachel Rabble Rouser.
Rachel Rabble. Oh yeah, sorry.
Rabble Rouser. She's a rabble rouser, which means she starts trouble.
Oh damn,
Yeah,
nice.
she's a rabble rouser. Yes, rabble rouser.
Okay, I didn't know. So okay, here we go. Let me just. Oh yeah, I don't have OBS open, so I'll just have it as a. Damn. Let me not poop myself. There we go.
Luckily, even if you do.
Oh, Dave! Ice cream! Give me ice cream, bitch! Give me ice cream, bitch! That's the ice
That's
cream.
only one. That's only one.
Oh, fine! Yeah, that's one. LT Zonda tortured me the other day, man.
I know.
Good
I was
Lord.
a part of that. I loved it. It was the best. For an hour and a half, I gave you, dude. We both spent ourselves out of Lino. It was so awesome.
Oh my days! I was like, LT, man, we gotta focus on the game, man. We gotta win. We're gonna lose if we keep donating the ice cream. And he was like, fine. And then when I was about to get a kill, when I was just about to hit the aim button in you know when you shoot in an FPS game, you just aim, you shoot, and the LT Zonda just gives me one ice cream. I stopped dancing, I got killed. He was just trolling me.
See, I like that comment, Elder Gamesman. He said, man, how did I not know of Omega before this? That's exactly why I have Fireside Chats. Omega has been here since D Live was on Steam. Like Omega has been here through all of D Live, all of it, right? He's also streamed on 5 other platforms. Like he's been streaming a long time. He's got a lot of knowledge. He's very friendly. He's fun to watch. He's entertaining. I mean, that's the beauty of this program is I'm trying to get you guys introduced to more of the community of D Live that actually makes it what it is and makes it incredible. I mean, look at how like you and I are tied together through you did work for my brother on D Live, right? Like, and didn't even know it was my brother, and I didn't know you had done work for my brother before I had you on my show to talk. You know, so that's what's so beautiful about this is like we're not just faces in the corner of a game, right? We're human beings with lives and family and friends and desires and hell, a lot of us mental illnesses. You know what I mean? So having that love and support and understanding of the community is important. It's incredible. Yeah.
That's D Love, man. D Live is D Love.
Exactly.
Fam, yes, you know what it is, my brothers.
Yeah, and Gamesman said this is one of the first Fireside Chats where I did not know the guest. You know, what's crazy is I didn't know Omega either. I found Omega because I was watching LT Zonda watching and modding for him, and he played a game with Omega, and then he was laughing because Omega was laughing. So he goes, hold on. He starts linking Omega's channel in his chat. So we all go over to Omega, and he's dancing for donations, and so we wore him out. We gave him all our money, and he danced for an hour and a half straight. That was like a couple weeks ago, right? That wasn't a month, maybe. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. And worst of all, LT Zonda now wants my ice cream. Basically the sticker. He wants the ice cream alert on his on his screen. Yeah.
Are you gonna let him?
I already gave it to him.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I was like, because I'm an open guy. I like to share a lot. So, I like to host as many people as I can. I like to support as many streamers as I can.
You heard it here first. A party at Omega's house. Confirmed.
Oh my days, man. Oh my. Oh, you got me saying it already.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh, my slogans.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
love this
days.
man. I love this man. Okay, if you guys don't know, this is Omegasis 64. You can call him Omega, or really anything. He answers to all kinds of stuff, but generally, like Brother Shield, that's another good one. Um, just one of the founding members, founding streamers of this platform. Period. He's been around the whole time. He's seen the whole show. He's still here. He's still loving it. His hero PewDiePie came to this platform, which just is like made his life complete. Um,
Yeah.
it's really like this whole thing has been an incredible experience with the ups, with the downs. It's irrelevant. It's a day-to-day thing where you're in here and you're a part of the family, and you're not concerned about followers, viewers, donations. We just want to be a part of this family, right? Everything extra, right? The donations are extra, the subscribers are extra, the follows are extra. That's great. That's not why we're here, and that's not what we're doing. We're here to love on each other and support each other and create genuinely entertaining, unique content. And we're doing
Yes.
it. Is your
We're here
Twitter
to
the
love
same
each
name?
other.
No, it is not. Omega, do you want to put
No,
your Twitter in
no,
there?
it's Omegasis 99. Are you comfortable with me
Yeah, yeah,
sharing my?
please. Yeah, please, please.
Okay. No.
It is different. I had to
Mhm.
ask him when I tagged him. If you look on my Twitter where I announced the show,
Yeah,
I
it's on my
tagged
about
his.
section as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. One second.
yep. Yeah, actually that's a really great resource, guys. Go to Omega's channel, and in about section there's plenty of information, and most streamers that have been streaming free length of time know to fill that about section out. And what's cool is we've seen DLive add the ability to put hyperlinks in the about section and photos and all of that. So that's really helped us show our unique personality more so.
Yeah, I also wanted to point out this is coming back to that talk about that passive income. Remember, there was that thing similar to, if I think I'll use AdFly as an example.
Do you see
You
that, Omega? In
where
what he just said, the link took him to somewhere wrong, incorrect.
what? No, it should take me straight to the Twitter Omexis99. That's the
Actually, no, it doesn't. If I click on Twitch, it takes me to Larry. Oh, dude, yeah, it definitely. This
yeah.
is bad. Let me close that.
Hold on.
Yeah,
No, it takes me.
if you
Hold on.
click on your Twitch link right now, it takes you to larati.net.
My Twitch link. Hold on. Let me have a
Yeah,
look. What's
yeah,
going on
yeah.
here? What's going on?
Thanks for pointing that out. Actually, appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Sorry, I had no idea what was going on.
No problem. Well, that's good to notice. Definitely good to know.
My
But if you
Twitch.
click on the links that we put in chat, you've got the correct links there.
Okay. Oh, I had no idea. Fact. Wow.
All
Let me
right,
fix.
wait, hold on. You're gonna fix that in a minute, Omega. We're gonna wrap up
Okay.
the show first, buddy. But that's important to know. That's important to know, guys. Check your links.
Yeah, I had no idea. I apologize. I need to fix that.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But let's wrap up the show first, my friend. You're
Uh,
easily distracted, sir.
I am. I
And
am. I will not deny it.
I am as well. And that's why I'm like we gotta focus. We gotta focus, buddy.
NJ, damn it!
No,
Stop!
no.
Stop!
Hey, actually, no. Listen, we're at a part of the show. You can this. We're talking to chat. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So, guys, we're wrapping this thing up. We've been going 2.5 hours. We're both distracted. We're both low blood sugar, but we've had a wonderful time.
Yes.
Omega, honestly, if I may call you Calvin, it's an
Yeah.
absolute pleasure to have officially met you now. Um, You've been a part of the D Live family since way longer than I have, so I'm glad that we finally got to be in, to have this moment. And I'll definitely be following you more. You're entertaining. Your energy is contagious. Your laugh is a beautiful thing to listen to. So thank you for being a part of the D Live family and for doing what you do.
Thank you so much. And thanks so much for having me. I'll also be creeping into your streams as well, be lurking. And yes, it is so nice to have this lovely chat with you. This was actually very entertaining.
Well,
And
perfect.
for everybody who is here, let me just give all of you a nice little gift.
Uh-oh. He's gonna take his shirt off, confirmed.
Nope, no, that was just a gift for the people here.
Whoa,
So,
Omega.
mhm,
Omega just gifted 5 subscriptions to this channel. Thank you very much, guys. Jump in there and
anytime, man.
grab them. If you guys, if you're not a partner, definitely a follower of my channel. There's 5 free subs in there, man. 5 free
Mhm.
subscriptions. You too can be a pirate. We sing a little pirate song. Yar har diddly dee. Do what you want because a pirate is free. Yeah, man, it's a great little song. So claim
So,
claim those guys. We can't get out of here until those are claimed. Elder,
mhm,
Gamesman,
thank you.
NJ Bales, like grab that stuff up, guys. Free
Mhm.
5 free subs. Now I have something that happened to me recently, guys, that I'm not sure about. When people gift subs in other
Mhm.
channels, no, it doesn't pop up for me anymore. No
Mhm.
matter what channel I'm in, whether I'm subbed or not, I don't see the free sub box pop up anymore. And I checked my browser, there I don't have pop-ups blocked. Like any idea why I might be running into that?
It could be the browser you're using. What browser are you using? Because I
Firefox.
have Firefox. I'm practically using something similar. Because I've noticed that it can also be dependent on the browser. Because one when D Live decided to do the cash out, you know, when you go log into your Lino account, you can choose to log the Lino or cash out the Lino. But when they moved it to the settings at the top bar, you had to use a different browser to cash out with BTC with
Mm.
Bitcoin.
Hmm.
Yeah, so there was a little glitch there. So it could be because of the browser. I may be wrong about this, but more often than not, it could be because of the browser.
So guys, hit the if you're listening to us, go ahead and hit the refresh button. There's several more subs still available. See if that pops that box up for you. Um, but we definitely don't want to leave that just floating out there. But yeah, I really appreciate that, Omega. That's
I'm just
another passive income thing, right? Like if
Mhm.
people subscribe to you on a monthly basis, then
Yeah, that's passively, especially if it's more than the amount that you're re-donating out. So like
mhm.
I'm subscribed to you, I'm subscribed to LT, you know, a lot of other people. And you know, so what they do, if you have more subscribers following you every more than a month, then that's another form of income as well. So that it also helps. So again, always build passive income and if possible portfolio income. That's the number one thing that will help you get into that rich life. But I won't lie, it's not going to be easy.
it's
Omega
it's
saves.
not going to be easy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nothing
I'd be
ever is.
interested. Do you guys did you have to refresh the browser to see that come up? Andy says no. Wait. No, I didn't. Okay. So yeah, I don't really understand what that glitch is. I'm not the only one having it.
Yeah,
But
the video stuttering.
yeah, it'll be interesting to document and to try to figure it out. But I
So,
think there's one more, right?
so,
I had to refresh on Chrome. Okay, so some people are
yeah,
having that
let me do
issue.
a quick refresh here. Hold on.
Hi, Holy. Sorry, we're just wrapping it up, buddy. But later tonight, this is going to be available on YouTube. I put all of my. All you have to do to be on Fireside Chats is send me a direct message on Discord. And I will drop by your channel and say hi, and we'll chat. We'll figure out a good day and time. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm medically retired, so any day, any time, any time zone, I'll work with you. Yep,
Okay, cool.
exactly. So yeah, there's the Discord in chat. Also, if you just now joining us and you want to catch the rest of this show, anything you might have missed tonight, there's a link in chat there. YouTube. Mr. Omega is going to be the top interview for Fireside Chats, and you can watch this in its entirety. So, Omega,
Yep.
I love you, buddy.
Should I
Thank you for being
love
here.
Okay, should I do a little outro at least to give the people what they want?
Always.
Okay. This has been your boy, Brother Shield. Take care and peace.
Nice. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up the show. I truly appreciate our guest being here today. And we've got more fireside chats coming up, guys. I don't want to spoil the surprise. We did have one scheduled earlier in the week with UFO Wired. There was a medical emergency, and we're gonna have to reschedule that one. But we have several more lined up. Today it was super awesome to get Omega Sis 64 in here. Just another great content creator on D Live, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the show. What I would like to do now is spread that love, and we're gonna host somebody, guys. This is somebody that is a friend of mine. And there's a lot of combination here all over the world, right? There's a lot of combination of the Turkish viewers and streamers and the English viewers, right? So sometimes that causes bad blood because people don't understand. They're speaking Turkish. You're trying to tell them in English not to speak Turkish, but they don't speak English, so they don't know. Well, Hexa Kafa is a Turkish streamer who speaks and reads English as well as streams in Turkish. He loves the English interaction. He encourages it. So I'm going to host Hexa. We're going to go in and say hi to him. And if you've never watched a Turkish streamer and you're interested, he is the premier Turkish streamer in my personal opinion. So I'm going to drop you off in his lap. Hexakafa, Hexakafa is how you spell his name. We're going to say hi to him, and I'm going to wrap up with my guest. But again, thank you for being here. I'm author Joe Holt, and I just want to say wherever you are in the world, I love you, and I'm sending you a positive energy, and I wish you all the best. So aloha for now, guys.